What's up, Internet? It's a podcast day. That's right. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
What's up?
Boy, hope everyone's doing okay today.
All right. I'm Aaron. This is Gold Hall Gaming. We got Darkheart. This is your brain on chugs. And Gravity Shock all here. We also have a special guest with Lady Mystic here for the first part of this podcast. And I guess we start off pretty simple with so yeah. The reason that the name of the episode is Listen Here, Grandpappy. There's totally a story there. So, our Gold Hall Gaming has been participating in a real world setting, Vampire or World of Darkness old school campaign. Our vampires were sent to go and retrieve 3 mages who had gained the power of the sun. Well, they turned 2 of them, killed one of them, ended up getting a hunter decapitated, fighting off an army of military hunters. A lot of shit went sideways.
Sounds like a typical Tuesday.
I know, right? They ended up in the last episode. They ended up unleashing a devour demon that started to destroy the building that they were inside in. Ended up getting themselves out of that predicament, only to find themselves running away from the vampire courts by going to the school. And upon getting to the school and meeting the headmaster, they signed a contract in which they have now become the guardians of Cain. And in their first audience with Cain, father of vampires, what is the first thing that comes out of any of their mouths? Now listen here, Grandpappy.
Should I be taking notes?
I know, right? I kid you not, the whole game just dissolved for about 15 fucking minutes because everybody was fucking dead.
We were laughing for like 15 minutes straight.
It's one of the newer players. She sat down. It's one of the newer players. She sat down. She's hearing Cain just talking to them like, "Yes, I accept you into my servitude." But it seems you will have to help me with an issue. And she's just like, "Listen here, Grandpappy," like hardcore on this line, because her character's basically been fucked over the whole game. She was hand chosen for this assignment. On an assignment that they were all unknowingly basically targets for extermination. They weren't meant to live. They were meant to die.
Makes sense.
And instead, they managed to weasel their way out of it, end up before the father of all vampires, and then he's just like, y'all are kind of fuck-ups. So, yeah, that was our fun campaign there. But I guess at this point we can start talking about all of the campaigns that have been going on this last month. It has been January. We've had a lot of weird shit happen throughout January. We have had one player from the main campaign, from the D&D campaign, step away until May at the earliest.
Yeah,
That sucks.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunately,
We will have many adventures in the future.
Yep. And unfortunately, that also means we have lost him from Pathfinder, the same player from Pathfinder.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Pathfinder's loss is a little bit mitigated because we did just get another player too.
Wait. Oh,
D&D's really gonna. Our D&D group is really gonna suffer though.
Oh, y'all's DPS just left.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
I want to make it clear. The day after that announcement, Dark calls me on his break and he goes, "So what the fuck are we gonna do?"
It wasn't that bad. It was more of condolences for you the loss of your party. They get ready to re-roll characters.
God damn it. I mean, it's still gonna go bad. Like, oh, so much bad things are gonna happen.
Oh, it's
Especially in
good.
that fight.
That encounter y'all are in was tuned to account for Kang.
And his
Always
fucking...
run away, gentlemen.
We
The door is
can't.
locked.
Door's sealed behind us.
Yeah, y'all can't. Y'all are in a boss room. They don't unlock until y'all are either dead or
Okay,
the boss is dead.
Okay, so without spoiling anything for anybody in the audience, Gravity knows what needs to be done, and we'll leave it at that.
Thank you.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. All respect. All respect. We'll move on from that point. We will move on from that point. With that being said, and we will talk about the Pathfinder game. We have moved deeper, and I think Gravity is starting to realize that his players know what they're doing because we basically have a lock on superconductor lightning death.
Yeah, as also you're also walking around with a fucking compression bomb that I figured. Oh god,
Sir, sir, it is not a compression bomb until he throws it.
God damn it! Yeah, I gotta deal with that.
It is simply a box with frozen with ice inside of it.
Yes.
You gotta say no to some things. He will continue to take a country mile on this.
Yeah, but remember, I can also make things go horrifyingly wrong too.
Sid not like the way you say these things. Sid enjoys making new toys and weapons to prove Cobalt kind is the strongest, yes?
Yeah.
It's weird, because you say that, but then I'm like, you really need to look up the lore of Cobalt in this universe. You really need to.
Oh, I've been reading the lore of kobolds in this universe, and Sid is hellbent now on just proving everything that people know about kobolds to be fucking wrong. Like, Sid is hellbent on bringing the true knowledge of kobold kind and kobold lore into the greater world. He is hellbent on kobolds becoming one of the major races now.
Sid hears somebody else talking about kobolds, and he's just
okay,
like...
first of all, ain't nobody talking while I'm talking, so shut the fuck up.
You know, the beautiful part about that sound clip is how accurate it really has been with Sid every time a kobold has been involved.
Oh, we got redeemed.
He's an old racist grandpa from a great TV show.
I mean, that is Antris.
Yeah.
That is Antris. We have been hit with a 420, ladies and gentlemen.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, no. Like, Sid and Antris are just gonna praise all sorts of craziness. I'm just... Oh, I'm wondering about the trips back to town if that ever happens.
What insights can your players glean from what may be coming, Gravity? We're curious to know.
Well, we're going to start getting more into the... To bring this up, and I said this at the beginning of this module, this is a horror module. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be in this. And we're starting to get into some of them. And I mean more than just what happened with the goblin. It's only going to get worse from here.
Okay.
Here. But yet again, there's also going to be a lot of big fights coming up. I've already talked to you about one of them that's happening soon.
Sid is very excited.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been waiting for that one because I finally get to do something with a certain dragon.
Sid is very intrigued to find out what Drake tastes like if it does not submit. Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be hilarious to watch.
Yes, you getting a taste of it.
We gotta hydrate.
Look, I'm just ready to get my hands on more magical artifacts or scrolls. I have plans.
Scrolls. We definitely do need scrolls. That is one thing we definitely don't have that Now, my question for you, Gravity, and this is this may be something different between Pathfinder and D&D. Can we set scrolls to go off automatically?
No, scrolls have a certain activation system. You can add activation system based on how they're made. Some of them are reactionary scrolls; they'll just go off when certain things happen. But otherwise, no.
Okay, so I'd have
It's
to.
all based on how the spell works.
So I would have to specifically pick up spells of delayed spells of Featherfall.
Correct.
Okay. See, that's an important thing to know. 'Cause as those of us who know D&D really well know, D&D doesn't see it that way. They say you can program when your scrolls go off. That's why we all kind of program Featherfall scrolls to just go off when we fall.
Sticking with my mistake. Sticking with my mistake.
Yeah.
That mistake I made.
And then we got Cyberpunk. We got Cyberpunk over there, and Chugs has been cracking the fuck away on Cyberpunk hard. Like he's been working on getting Tailspire set up. He showed us what was described to us last session, and all Sight's really saying as he's looking at his agent as he's looking through the drone's eyes camera is, "Fuck no, we ain't going in there, you bunch of fucking morons. I ain't getting paid enough for this shit."
I'm just saying. You take the structures, you put a little C4 on them, make a nice cute.
Where the fuck are you gonna be doing all that while you on the other side of town, motherfucker?
With Fox.
Not on the other side of town yet.
No. You and Fox are headed to go save his girl. How the fuck are you gonna help us plant C4?
Y'all are all look. All right, okay. Just for the reference, y'all are all like Japantown is the destination for all of you. Like the warehouse is right down the street from Fox's apartment complex.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, I'm not that far. I'm also driving.
Yeah, but you're driving.
Yeah.
Like the party is effectively split. You got like split.
Okay. Let's recap everything that has led us to this point as far as Cyberpunk is concerned. Okay, so when we started, a fixer named Spinner brought together this group of edge runners consisting of Splatter, the medtech, Rook, the lawman, the two solos, Fox and Exarca, and then the rocker boy, Dio.
You speak with respect when you say my name.
I don't have a lot of respect.
Are you approaching me, Rook?
So the fixer put them together to rob a train. They did so in spectacular fashion.
You take out all the cars, a little bomb right here, a little bomb right here. It was glorious.
Now,
don't forget the barrel rolls.
Once that was complete, they got their next job, which was a reconnaissance job. Dio was the entertainment at a high-end corporate party, while you guys were the rest of you were his entourage.
In air quotes, there.
You were meant to find out information about who was there, find out what was the word going on in the underground about things happening in Night City. Shit went off the rails really quick. Exarca, your sniper, had his gun shot out of his hands. Dio, got stabbed through the back into the chest by an assassin.
And then they stole something.
They pulled a chip from behind his head. Still don't know what that's about.
We will not miss him at all. We will just have to get another rocker boy. Talent is so hard to find anybody.
The irony here is I have another rocker boy I could bring in here, but y'all might hate him even more than y'all hate Dio.
Oh god,
I think you just want to make hateable characters.
I do enjoy making hated characters. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Kragan especially.
I didn't create
Sid.
Kragan. That's the best part. How dare you fucking say you hate Sid?
It's almost like
he's not so defensive over Kragan. He's like, I know Kragan's a piece of shit, but Sid, you leave Sid out of this. Sid is special.
Sid has done. Look. All joking aside, and I actually had this.
Sid did nothing wrong.
No. Sid's done a lot fucking wrong. I ain't even gonna try to pretend like Sid hasn't done.
Ladies
wrong.
and gentlemen, we're hit with another 420.
Oh,
it looks like in the chat.
Yes, we have been.
I'm gonna go ahead and pack a fresh one.
Gotcha.
But anyway, so Dio is no longer with us. The rest of the crew ended up getting led down the stairs by an unknown corpo. Led them to an alleyway where they met another unknown corpo. Yes, on the way to the stairs, you took one to the leg.
Yeah, you need to heal up on the plane, but we'll get there.
Once you got downstairs to the alleyway, you were introduced to Kay. Mysterious corpo woman shows up with a crew of her own as a net runner.
Look, I got problems, okay, man.
He's a very interesting character. A bit of a chem.
Look, I got
problem.
Look, I got knowledge. I got skills. And I just got done with therapy, but unfortunately you can't pay for therapy and addiction fucking therapy at the same fucking time. So I need some more money so I can kick this fucking habit I got. Because, I started to think about it the other night, while we were all in the middle of a mission. And, what if in the middle of a clutch moment, I start feeling that itch and I need to take that baloperidol shot. And somebody just fucking ganks out somebody in the team. I'm going to feel really bad about it because it's not going to be my ass because let's get real about it. I don't put myself in danger. But somebody else might die. So I need to get to the addiction substance. I need to get to substance therapy. Really bad. Really, really, really bad. Really bad. Really, really bad, guys. Okay.
So that's Sight. And then we have Jackie Death. Nomad. Vehicle expert. And guy with a real chip on his shoulder. So when these two teams first met, there was a lot of tension in the air. To the point where Fox's player messaged me in Discord and said, would I be an asshole if I pulled my weapon out right now?
Oh no!
Oh no! I'll be fair.
To which I responded, you may pull your weapon out whenever you choose.
And I actually respect the shit out of that because that is something to talk about real quick is PvP in tabletop games. Not too many DMs actually allow the interaction to begin with. It's really not something DMs are too quick to allow because it does end up getting personal between people, whether it's a game or not. Because when your character is being murked out by somebody else's character, you, the player, have the problem now. So I can definitely respect him actually messaging you like, I know this is a player's character. Can I pull my weapon first? Like that's a major respect. That's a major respect play there as a player. I respect the shit out of it, especially for a new DM being given the ability to say, I would prefer if you didn't try to PvP this.
Oh no, well the way I look at it is this is Night City. This is not none of this is sunshine and rainbows. As you are well aware, which we'll get to the end of that last session. Sometimes things are just stacked up in a way where you might not want to test it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those moments are really fun.
But I really, my favorite part of last game was that whole standoff. So I got to give Fox the credit for that one because that made for that made for a scene right out of great television.
Speaking
Just
of,
wish my dice rolled for that scene.
Speaking of last sessions, I really have to hand it to this party of following a red herring all the way into a kill box. I've really got to hand it to everyone in the Void Toy Box. Dark has used this particular module a couple of times, and yeah, there's 3 kill boxes that y'all could have been led into. I went for the
okay, so that's a whole discussion in and of itself.
Oh
that we'll
yeah,
get to momentarily.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, let's stick on Cyberpunk real quick.
Right.
Yeah,
no, I just want to say that is living proof of bad decision making in this group.
Yeah. Speaking of which, it was really good on the DM. And us that we don't have our weapons, because that shit's not happening again. Because I'll be really honest. I told Adam, I was like, yeah, that was really good. Because if I was armed with any one of my grenades, I just would have pulled one out. Like, yeah, have fun having the edge on this conversation while I hold a grenade in your face.
Right.
Meanwhile, I'm useless.
That would have been fucking glorious. I wish you could have done that.
But everybody had really cool moments. The whole standoff was really good. I think that everybody played that one really well. Especially with Gravity trying to tell Exarca where to go. He wanted to whisper it. And
my
he rolled a 1, and then on the next roll he rolled a 10, which basically meant a -10, which equaled out. That's a 0 roll. That is, you can't get a worse roll than that. So basically, what ended up happening is he thought he was whispering, but he was talking at regular volume.
Basically.
In front of
I
a dude.
love when Rook just turned around slowly, like, you good? You done with your conversation?
And the best part is Sight just standing over there going, "Thanks for telling me, I guess."
Yeah, it was like, come on, I gotta warn us. Ark. I get some form of an edge here. I don't have my gun. I'm already injured. If this goes south, I'm the dead man in this group. I'm the one making the new character.
You're the med tech. You're fine.
But eventually, everything calmed down. You guys found an accord through Kay and her associates. You found out that your fixer's the one who set up Dio to be taken out in public in the first place.
Yep, the dude who was
So
selling
you
you
got
was
some so Kay's got some questions for your fixer. You've got some questions for your fixer. But first and foremost, you needed to get your gear back. So you had to go to the parking lot, which was guarded by drones. While Sight was taking care of the security system with the drones, the rest of you ended up having to deal with the group of assassins from the party, or at least a portion of them. Xarka exploded a couple heads.
He continues
Kay's
testing with that rifle.
Sight through Rook his pistol.
Oh, that one. Yeah,
I love that moment.
The pistol toss. I imagine that one in my head. Just pistol toss, catch, and then one-handed taking steps while shooting.
Well, the way I saw
which
that.
Star Wars is it? Knights of the Old Republic, when the gunner is walking down the hallway as he's getting fired on. He's just walking straight firing. It was like, oh, that's what I had in my head. But oh, that was a great moment.
Well, the thing is, you put me in a situation. I am armed. I know how to use my own pistol, but at the same time, I'm trying to shut the security down, and I've been paid to shut the security down.
You're also you were also at the same time dealing with an anti-personnel program that was targeting your nervous system directly.
Yeah,
even if you used your actions to defend yourself with your pistol, now you're getting hit here because you've used any action that you would be able to use to defend yourself against the Wisp.
Yeah. Yeah, I've learned through my errors in the net running from last session. I have learned that what I need to do is activate interface, slam them with my fucking programs, and they just keep walking on my way. Because let's get real about it, I got killer programs on me that are designed to take these things like that Wisp out in one shot.
And you had terrible rolls.
Yeah, no. Apparently, So the way it works is, I go to interface. I'm trying to hit its DV value. The problem is, with the way we were running it, I was just zapping that fucker instead of activating the program. It's a whole separate function. Net running is weird, and there's literally 8 different functions I can choose from every turn, and I only get 2 of them. So I have to pick and choose. Do I activate a program like Activate Flak to defend myself on the net, or do I activate a program to just outright try to de-res the whatever's attacking me, or do I just zap it and try to move past it?
Yeah, the lawman doesn't have that problem.
Yeah, y'all just call
or at least Rook doesn't. It's find grenade, lift grenade, pull pin, throw.
But
I'm just making drugs over here.
It's definitely interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Net running, for the more I read into it, the more I learn about it, it is definitely an interesting play style.
Yeah,
I get why people say it's the mage of Cyberpunk. I also could see why in 2077 netrunners stay the fuck at home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Like the virtuality goggles might give me the overlay to let me see what I'm interfacing with, but you know what issue that also causes? I can't clearly see anything I'm shooting at, so there's no point in me using a fucking gun.
No, that's the thing. It's like I know it's hard to even visualize that concept, but it's kind of like the AR is happening like where you're perceiving your net running and what's going on in meat space simultaneously. So you could accurately shoot while still being connected to the net. It's just that you cannot act in both at once. You only have enough bandwidth mentally for one or the other.
Yeah, I'm either.
So you
gonna
can
pull
either
that
so you
trigger-
can either pull the trigger, or you can take your 3 net actions.
I'll take my 3 net actions, get done with the security job, and if the meat suit security team doesn't take care of shit, then maybe if I've been paid enough, I'll help out. Otherwise, I'm getting the fuck back to the boss.
So while he's doing the net running, Exarca exploded a couple heads. Kay's assistant got shot, which, when Kay's assistant got shot, everybody else saw that somebody spent some time at the gun range. Somebody.
Oh yeah, that was great.
That was actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, for somebody who claims she doesn't like to get her hands dirty, she got her hands very dirty very quickly with zero hesitation.
Look, the boss lady loves her assistant in a way that kind of like a mother loves her child. You don't hurt Justin, or the boss snaps.
Gravity was able to. We're not going to say he completely healed him, but he was able to at least close the wound a little, get him back up on his feet. Other than Justin getting shot, you guys pretty much laid waste to the entire group of enemies, except for one who was smart enough or dumb enough to throw his weapon. At the moment, it might have seemed like the smart decision, but afterwards, I think he probably would have been better off running and leaving a trail of piss behind him in his wake.
Yeah.
Because turning himself over to you guys did not bode well for him at all. You guys got him to give over the meeting location of the assassin teams from the club job.
I told him.
That wasn't enough for you to let him go, though.
Like I told him,
Yeah,
I wouldn't lay a hand on him and hurt him. My associates, on the other hand, I can't speak for them.
No, well, I went back and I listened to that session several times afterwards because I'm trying to like, this is my first time DMing,
Right.
so I'm trying to get better at it. But in the process, I'm also hearing the things that really stand out to me from the players. And one of the best parts about that whole thing was, like, I told you what you want to know. You'll let me go. You're like, can I go now? And Gravity just pipes up. Who says you're going anyway?
That was so great.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
And then you hand him over to Jackie, who literally beats him until his skull is caved in.
Like I said,
You
I
just make
would
a grunt pause. It's like a spaghetti.
Look, all I'm saying is I didn't hurt him. I kept my word.
Yep.
You did. You did. You were not a liar in that situation.
Not at all. Just a watcher of carnage and violence.
Nope. Remember, I walked away. I knew what was coming. I wasn't about to stand there and record evidence. Are you fucking stupid?
Which
Everybody else is.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look,
Which I was about to say, like-
I think that's the least of your worries, Mr. Netrunner, because you did not cloak.
Yeah.
I am fine with that. I ain't worried about that.
Your identity is left in that security system.
We got hit with another 420. No, I'm actually okay with that. And the reason why is pretty simple. They find out I'm in the security system. That's fine. The boss will make it disappear. Nope, that's what I get paid for. I wasn't told cover my tracks. I was just told get the AV.
comes of
That may
that.
or may not be something to be dealt with at a later point, but
no,
we'll find
I'm not gonna lie. When I first started, I did look at Cloak, and I'm like, maybe I should Cloak, and then I'm like, no, I wasn't told to cover my tracks. Like Sight legitimately is one of those people who is. I only get paid.
I guess it's a matter of who owns that guard shack.
I ain't worried about shit.
And whether or not they consider their 6 drones that valuable.
Hey, all I'm saying is if they considered them valuable, maybe they shouldn't have left them unguarded by physical presence. They left just drones.
Moving on.
Like I said, they left just drones watching that shit. They didn't. They must not have considered it that valuable.
So,
wasn't that valet parking too?
Due to well, the valet park. Yeah, it was valet parking in a guarded area. But I don't think that anybody from the valet was going to return there while everybody is getting shot upstairs.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, I ain't got shit to worry about. The boss will definitely make it disappear.
Depends on who finds it first.
Well, no, I don't care. I don't care. Not my problem. That's someone else's problem. I don't get paid enough for that.
No, what I think is fun is Rook reporting everything that's happening right now.
Yep.
Oh, same with
Oh
Sight.
God.
Same with Sight. Sight has been Sight doesn't have a choice. He records everything.
Same with Tej. K. K has Cyber Eyes and an internal agent.
I'm just gonna be the one ending up tied up in somebody's basement getting tortured, aren't I?
I could torture you if you like.
I mean,
is there
maybe.
something you know that I need to know? Would you like to pay me to torture
No.
you? I could definitely torture you if you pay me.
So
we've already had this conversation. I need Eddie's, buddy. How much? How long you want me to torture you? An hour, 2 hours? I'll charge you about 30 minutes.
So Sight gets them access. So Sight gets everybody access to the AV. He flies the drones into the side door of the AV and turns them off. Everybody gets their gear. Somebody's got to take the car, but Jackie is the only one who can competently fly an AV. So the car gets left to Rook and Fox. And side note, that happened due to miscommunication on my part. I misread the situation. I had thought that somebody had said they were taking the car, so that's where the story went.
That's fine.
So wait, does that mean technically we should all be on the AV?
No, well, it was 2 people trying to fly the AV at once.
Yeah, it was me and Fox trying to decide whether we were gonna fly the AV. And I'm like, I'll do it. That's fine.
See, I was very confused by that whole change.
But see, yeah, so yeah, listening back, it kind of went several ways in conversation. So that's also I take responsibility for that one, but at the same time, once in the interest of not bogging things down, I choose to just make executive decisions in the moment, and then if we have to make a reference to the rules after the game, and then decide how we'll handle that moving forward, I'd rather do that.
Well, yeah, that's the way to do it. That's what me, in all seriousness, that's what me and Dark do after, whenever there's a rules issue brought up during the session. We'll talk about it immediately after to get it done and dealt with. It's just one of those things, like, during a session, stick with whatever you call. But after the session, if you yourself do feel like you need to check that call and check that ruling, check the ruling, check that calling.
Yeah.
And then just apologize and do better.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it is just a game, and we're all here to have fun. And even on, I know it's Night City, and you guys could die at any point in time, but I'll let you know, as the GM, I am not out to kill your characters.
Of course not.
Sometimes I feel like you're out to kill yourselves.
100%.
But at the same time, if I feel that narratively your character is not ready to completely die, we'll probably find a way around that. But back to the story, that while Rook and Fox take the car, everybody else takes the AV, all heading in the direction of Japantown. Japantown is where Fox lives. Fox gets a message on the way there from his girlfriend Alexia, telling him that she had to sneak out the back of their complex because somebody was in their place. The AV gets to Japantown before Fox and Rook could arrive at Japantown. The AV finds the warehouse, the meeting point. They come to a hover close to a building next to the warehouse. Sight has reprogrammed one of the drones, sends it in. The drone goes in, and they see a lot of people with weapons, spider drones, auto turrets, vehicles. They're gearing up for something really big. And Fox gets another message on his agent. It's a picture of his girlfriend being held hostage by none other than his rival, Slither. And that's where we left off.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out next session with a split party and now one person's entire personal agenda being weighed against the agenda of the party itself.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be hell because I'm driving, and while Fox is
Having a manic
got the
attack.
situation, yeah, I'm like, Rook is like, stay on mission.
Meanwhile, Fox is having a
Like-
full-blown manic panic episode over in the passenger seat. Just fucking get there! Oh god, oh god, oh god! I want to hit the fucking car, but if I do, that dude's gonna fucking cave my face in like that dude we interrogated. Oh god, oh god, oh god!
Yeah, because that's also Rook's thing. Well, like, I'm not about to get this car damaged. We just made an alliance.
Right, and you've already seen what this guy does to people that piss him off.
Mm-hmm.
What's worse is that he recorded it. He was the one who purposefully recorded the incident, so he's got it on database file. I tried to save you all, and y'all just walked right into watching it. But no, I did. No, Cyberpunk. This month for Cyberpunk was great. Even Pathfinder was great. Like I'll be straight up. Gravity's being mean to us.
I'm not being mean.
No, he's getting back at everybody for all the dick jokes.
That's exactly what it is. Except
No.
I'm the one who tried to stop the dick jokes.
Wait, is that another 420 in the chat, or is that
No, that is an old one. That was the last one.
That is an old one?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good. I am actively watching the chat while we are all talking right now. But no, Gravity.
Yeah, because I
Gravity-
know who's in that chat doing this.
Oh, same. It's none other than Jackie himself.
Yeah, he told me offline the other day that you had thought that he had named his character after the Cyberpunk character Jackie Wells, but indeed he named that character after a cult classic cyberpunk character,
Yep.
Jackie Death from the movie Trancers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because he said that I went and rewatched it.
huh.
I
Getting deja
forgot
vu,
about.
so
I did forget about that one. I'm not gonna lie. But I guess we can talk about kind of one of the major elephants in this channel. At this point, I don't believe that a single player does not already know exactly what is happening on the next episode of Everybody Loves Kragen, considering that the DM/player who's doing it has made it clear nothing can stop him.
You make this sound way
yes,
more than.
yes. So, I don't want to even say it out loud on the air for spoiler reasons, but I'm just gonna say that I know what is being planned, and while I was on the fence before, in light of the fact that we just lost our heavy hitter.
Yeah. We lost the blender, as I like to refer to him.
We've lost the heavy hitter. So at this point,
Yeah.
it's fight or flight, man. Like we gotta do what we gotta do to survive the situation. I don't care if we in character. I will not care if we kill the goddamn Spooter Durgan at all. I just want us to get out of there alive.
Right.
Like once we return from the Void Toy Box, in game, I just got my wife back after months.
Yeah, and that is actually the funny part is no one knows what happened to Tej except for Tej.
Yeah.
Like in all seriousness, like Genevieve, the last anyone heard of Genevieve, she was at the school studying and then just gone. Like, and now all of a sudden she is just shown back up inside the Void Toy Box, meaning that Darkheart himself found her and pulled her in there. Which should say a lot because
I like to keep my secret. I like to keep my secrets.
Yeah, which should say a lot because Darkheart knew where all of you were and hasn't interfered with y'all at all. Last report any of you had, Darkheart was on the plane physically.
Which I cannot wait to get into that.
Yeah, that's going to be coming up soon too. We're going to have a lot of fun with that, guys.
Yeah, that's next week.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. The Spooter Durgan fight is next week, followed by Pathfinder with the new party of 3. That was still 3.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a party of 4, but again, we've lost
Yes.
one player until May.
Until May and Kang is gone. I will be putting him in a special place for a little bit.
Likewise, Kang is currently inside of the Inn of Peaceful Respites, drinking himself silly.
He wishes he was that way with Pathfinder because, oh boy.
Well, to be clear,
Here's the thing.
the Inn of Peaceful Respites is where Kang's kids came from. So be terrified. I might end up having Kang have more kids to spread across the multiverse.
I just think that's
I gotta deal with that Pathfinder.
By the way, Gravity, this is the moment where you tell me I can run another character, specifically a barbarian. I'm just saying.
I mean, look. I got the tank, and I got Sid, I'm not a mage, but I totally am a monk mage. We have
Basically.
Valadar the Magus. We need a barbarian because our other party member is Kurtosh with Jingles.
Yeah, he's your support currently.
Yeah, Jingles
until we get that worked out.
Yeah, Jingles is totally Sid's underling. Oh, it just got hit, guys.
I mean, I can do a ranger or a... No, I mean, sorry. I can do a barbarian or a gunslinger.
But of course, that's up to you.
Say barbarian. I'm gonna say barbarian, and the only reason I'm gonna say that is because looking at the loot list, a gunslinger is going to suffer. It's one of those things where it's like, this is bad. This was made before gunslinger was a thing. So.
Okay, so question then. Sid is already making metal coils and cabling.
Uh-huh.
Already has a butt-fuck ton of crafting feats. Can't Sid just flash forge gun parts and build guns himself?
Here's the thing.
They're too intricate.
It does not. Yeah, they are extremely intricate. There's a reason that they are not marked as actually martial weapons. Like most guns are initially in Pathfinder are marked as advanced weaponry because they do not function like crossbows and other other ranged weapons.
All right, I get it. I need to take rifling. I got you. It's gonna start making cobalt cannons.
Oh, speaking of rifling, it's gonna be funny because that in Cyberpunk, all of you got assault rifles, and none of you really have statted yourself out for assault rifles. So it's gonna be. Did not take an assault rifle. Have no need for something that big, that clunky, and that noisy.
To explain
here's the
something,
thing, by the way. So I didn't know this. All the classes start off with gear.
Yeah,
I was reading through the book. Like, yeah, all of us start off with gear and whatever eddies.
How did you get your equipment then, Dark?
Oh,
I did it. Yeah, we did it with like a preset amount of eddies and shopping for the gear.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying this afterward. I didn't do this. I'm just saying afterwards because I was just reading through the book.
Okay. I was confused because I did the pre-built kit for mine, which is why I actually am built for it because shotguns and rifles use the same skills.
Okay,
so I can actually use these.
Oh yeah. So they both use shoulder arms. So those of you who are equipped to use shotguns are equipped to use the assault rifle.
But again, I don't have an assault rifle. I actually left one behind.
I mean, it's in the AV, and then you guys have the crates of gear, which we've now established. There's at least a belt of grenades there. I'm going to throw in some extra items on that list to fill out the crate. And it may or may not help with
components, a couple of mods, a power mod for assault rifle, and then several clothes. That's my experience when playing Cyberpunk 2077.
No, it's actually all crafting components. That's all it is. It's just crafting components.
Which chugs, I started playing a couple of days ago, and I've already stayed up to 3 o'clock already playing.
Oh no!
Oh, it's addictive. 2077 is the whole reason I got into Cyberpunk Red was 2077, and now I enjoy the overall lore of the Cyberpunk universe more than just 2077. 2077 is a small part of my enjoyment of Cyberpunk at this point.
Welcome to the DM sphere, where you will devour the lore for the entire universe that you are fascinated by and bitch incessantly about the lore of the setting you're fascinated
All
by.
the time.
Hey, we killed Tiamat in this one.
Thank
By the way,
you.
we're going to bring her back 3 years later for no good fucking reason, just because we need to make sure that she's back. Also, we're going to kill off all these gods, but they're not actually dead. They've been turned into demigods now. And all these demigods we're going to send to be what we're going to call the new gods. And then about 300 years is going to pass, and everything's going to be pretty chill for that time, except that everyone's going to become a racist and hate each other. A massive war is going to break out, and then...
Can you stop, please?
See,
I'm just describing D&D.
Basically, what I've got with you guys in Cyberpunk Red is I'm just making sure that we're not lore breaking as far as like I'm keeping everything fairly lore accurate. So
Right.
your situation isn't going to affect like the timeline leading up to something like 2077. Your guys' adventure is strictly for you.
Right. And that's kind of the beauty of homebrewed campaigns is you can go in multiple different ways with it. Like you're sticking to the lore and giving a separate standalone story for the lore. Whereas
Right.
me and Dark come from two different mentalities. Dark enjoys modules in the entertainment that pre-structured can bring, whereas I prefer to build original settings and campaigns to tell stories of my own.
And see, I don't want the Cyberpunk Red, or at least this campaign of Cyberpunk Red, to run like eternally. It's not going to be a constant thing. I would like to. Eventually, we are going to have an ending to the story you have found yourselves in.
Well, yeah, it's called the campaign. There's an Act 1, an Act 2, and Act 3. Dio's death was the prologue. If anyone had any questions about that one. I died for your entertainment, you sons of bitches!
Yeah, Dio's
yeah, we'll deal with you later.
Yeah, because let's be honest, the campaign really kicked off last session.
Yeah.
Because now everybody's got some kind of stake in it.
Yeah, everybody wants to know what the fuck was taken out of Dio. Why was Dio set up out of everybody?
Yeah, because that's still something that not even you, Sight, is aware of.
Yeah, I got no clue as to why they specifically targeted Dio. I know he was their target, but that's all I know.
Oh no, you know that he was harboring, or that he had experimental Arasaka technology that they wanted back. You just don't know what that technology was.
Okay, so character-wise, Sight does know that it's experimental tech, but does not know that it's actually an Ingram.
Spoilers.
Hey, when can I get an iconic pistol? I'm just saying.
An iconic pistol?
You know. Hold on a minute.
Sorry,
you brought up a damn good point here. Okay, I'm actually gonna be the one to make this bitch complaint. Okay, how the fuck does Zarka have the only iconic weapon in the group?
That's actually a good question.
Well, I mean, all he did was name it.
No. That thing has taken
explodified mini heads.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That is an iconic fucking weapon, sir. How the fuck did Zarka get an iconic weapon out of everyone in this party?
300% headshot damage.
Yeah. Are you talking about because he statted that, like, he took all of everything he had at character creation and put it into that rifle?
Oh shit! So he is one trick ponied min-maxed.
Yeah.
No.
When he says he does one thing well, that's like sneak around and explode skulls.
Okay,
Oh.
how the fuck is he a vagrant? If he is
Shows that lifestyle.
No, I'm just saying, if he is that skilled, how has a military organization not abducted him and brainwashed him into working for them? Like, seriously.
This is
We got another 420,
Trigun
y'all.
situation.
This
is a Trigun
okay. That makes sense. I get that explanation. It's a Trigun situation. That makes sense. He's more of a threat than he is an ally.
That just makes me more worried.
He's deeply
He's
antisocial.
really good. You can't control him.
Okay, can I make knives in Cyberpunk Red? I think I could make knives in Cyberpunk Red.
Your obsession with recreating Dio.
Huh? My what?
I said, what is your obsession with recreating Dio?
No, it's not Dio. Like, I will actually explain this, okay? I didn't realize how much fun I had doing this until I made Dio, and then I went way down the rabbit hole and created a Cyberpunk Red character for every single villain in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Then,
oh no!
Yeah, then it gets even worse because I also figured out that I could literally make all of the main characters for each part too, and the Joe Bros, and it's gotten bad. I've already made like 70 fucking JoJo Bizarre Adventure characters. Okay, but doing this, I realized I can accurately archetype just about every single anime character that has ever existed to a degree that kind of scares me. Okay? Try me. Throw me something. And don't throw me anything from Jujutsu Kaisen and Dragon Ball Z. They're all fucking monks, just different subclasses.
You're not wrong.
Wait, now hold on. I do not believe every character in those has to be monk. I could totally make them something else.
Okay. Really, you want to tell me that Gojo does not have 20 levels and an Ascendant Dragon Monk? You're out your goddamn mind.
Yeah, he's not.
He is. It's Ascendant Dragon Monk with champion fighter.
He's a paladin, and every time he uses Hollow Purple, it's just a smite.
No, oh my god, no it's not. Stop. No, I heard this argument already. I have heard this argument already, and I've already debunked it. No. Gojo, bad example. Everyone has their opinion.
Okay, so here's the thing about Exarca with those headshots. He's doing aimed shots on top of all the upgrades that he's got on that rifle for increased accuracy. The aimed shot, he takes a -8. But he's statted that rifle so high that that -8 doesn't really do much in the grand scheme of things if he's at the right distance. Because if they're too close, it's really hard for him to shoot him. He really lucked out on that last shot that he took in the last session. But when aiming for the head, multiply the damage that gets through your target's head armor by 2.
Oh,
so
God.
It's a ×2 damage, and he was shooting with armor-piercing rounds. That's why every time there's a head explosion or a chest blowing up or somebody's shoulder getting ripped out of its fucking socket.
Okay.
It's because he's shooting shit that's meant to go through vehicles, through people.
Okay.
Like, realistically, like, if you want a handgun and if you want a handgun that goes through armor, just get armor-piercing rounds, give it a fucking name, and there's your iconic weapon right there. Yeah, he's got the cranial imploder, but it's also because the cranial imploder is all he's got.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Mystic threw Demon
Hey,
Slayer
honestly,
at me.
I'm just joking because I'm playing Cyberpunk so much.
Mystic threw Demon Slayer at me, and my brain figured out they are all Rangers that have somehow managed to get a hold of a dual subtyping of Horizon Walker with Landstrider. This is getting bad.
A little bit.
Hello.
The avatar
Gravity.
the avatar is nothing
Doesn't
more
Pathfinder
than
have a one more time. Hey, Gravity, does the Pathfinder 2 have a character mancer?
It's currently weird because they are working on new sheets for Pathfinder, so we might finally get one. If not, but there is drag and drop. So if you drag the thing into there, it should work. Where it's let you make your choices. Okay. I'm guessing you're making the barbarian now? Because I will allow it. I just gotta.
I mean, I'm just testing things out at this current moment.
Go ahead.
Because obviously, I'm not gonna drop a character in there unless you say, "Yep, go ahead."
So, let's see. We've got Spider Durgan. We have possible Drake encounter, and then Fox v Slither coming up this month.
It's Fox v Slither, maybe. Party v Army, maybe.
Nope. Sight is like no. As soon as Sight saw the army and where that access point was, he's immediately looking to Jackie and going, "You can take us somewhere else. We ain't going in there this way." That many bodies.
It's gonna be interesting to see how we figure out that situation.
That many bodies versus our small crew, and our demolitionist isn't here. There ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, here's the thing, Dark. I've given them just a little taste of it. I let them see what I created in Tailspire for that. Which, you know what? Let's give just this little bit to the viewers.
All right. We got Chugs coming in here to show Tailspire, show you guys what exactly Sight has seen inside of the warehouse. That's our AV right there, floating in the air.
This is where we left off at the end of last session. AV floating by this building next to this warehouse. Sight has sent his drone in through this open window. There's the drone, and this is what the drone sees.
Oh, wow.
I repeat, as soon as Sight sees this, he is looking dead at Jackie going, "We ain't doing it this way. Too many bodies." Because the access point, if you'll show that for me there, Chugs, is right in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Sight is not getting paid to fight a fucking army. He technically isn't even being paid to deal with this.
Fuck this shit, we're out.
Yeah.
Alright, rescinded.
Yeah. Like this is we call backup, tell them of the location, and let SWAT and fucking Mastac fucking handle that. We ain't those guys.
I mean, that was already the plan.
Like, we ain't those guys.
Fine. Yeah, I'm not V. I'm not Johnny Silverhand. I am surely not
Like I will tell you 100%.
Morgan Blackhand.
Yeah. None of us are Morgan motherfucking Blackhand. None of us are Adam Smasher. We are not Johnny Silverhand. We are not V.
Although Sight seems to think he's the next Raish Bartmoss.
100%. You are correct.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. I recognize that fucking ego.
Oh, 100%. Like he's not playing the game. He knows what he knows, and as long as he's getting paid, he's sticking to that fucking line. But end of the day, he's not stupid. He knows when he's outmatched, and he's not going into that situation if he is. The minute he saw that army, Sight was already on the note of, we are not the ones.
You're not him.
Yeah.
You're not him.
Yeah.
I am him. I've been him. I will continue to be him.
Which, I'm not going to lie, I am trying to play Sight in a different manner than I do have any other character, because most of my characters are very self-assured and are kind of fucking daredevils with it. They know their power set, they know what they're doing. The problem is they do tend to make impulsive, rash decisions. With Sight's literally only going to do what he's paid to do. Sight's whole personality is, I want to survive, not glory. You motherfuckers can get everybody killed if y'all want.
We'll find out what
survive.
happens to you guys. We will find out for sure.
I
We're
want-
definitely going to find out what's going on with Fox.
Right. I am curious though. What are everyone's expectations out of you guys, out of the DMs? What are y'all's expectations for these coming games? Because I know me,
Oh God.
I'm here for every bit of it.
I imagine more chaos to come in the Pathfinder game. I imagine Sid is going to try to pull some out-of-pocket shit when it comes to a certain fight coming up. I imagine Valadar is going to be continually scarred by trying to sneak into rooms and seeing shit he should not be seeing.
I need all the secret. I don't know what to tell you.
I am looking forward to all those lengthy moments of tension that are cut by moments of badassery.
Right.
Because even as the DM, you guys have me on the edge of my seat whenever I'm playing these games.
How do you think we all feel as the DMs, dude? Like, I don't think that is just a you feeling. I think as DMs, period, we all live.
But it is because he's a new.
Yeah. We all kind of live in anticipation of what the player is going to do. Because you know what the story you want to tell is. The question is, are these fucksticks going to let you tell that story, or are you going to have to adjust mid-flight because they did something you weren't expecting? I.e., I'm going to summon this overpowered god character to come fight for me, who's going to tell me to go fuck myself and just stand there because the DM did not have a stat block for that character.
So, the entire ending to the last Cyberpunk session was completely off the cuff.
Which is great. I'm glad to hear that you had to go literally by the fucking cuff for that.
Yeah, the warehouse, Alexia's kidnapping, the whole thing was just, all right, well, I'm looking at the clock. It's getting close to the end of the session. How do I wrap this up in a way that makes everybody involved want to come back for the next session? What builds tension for both the players and the audience?
That's fucking great. I like ending on cliffhangers and rough moments, but I do prefer the ending on the quiet moment where everybody's like going down for a rest after winning the fight, after surviving the battle. It is a little odd. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little weird for me at the end of Cyberpunk to be in that point of, okay, we're about to be going into a fight. I haven't felt this in a long fucking time. I have a fight as soon as I get in here. It's a great feeling. It really was.
Oh yeah, no, you guys are starting off in the shit.
Yeah.
You started off kind of in the shit in the last one too. Well, you didn't, but the team one did.
Team 1 definitely.
And I'm interested to see how this goes in the future with team one and team two. Like, I'm gonna. It's interesting to see what alliances we already have within team one, and how, and with team two, and see how maybe certain alliances across the board. Some people just probably won't ever trust each other.
I mean, if you want me to trust you, you can pay me 1,000 eddies, and I'll trust you for about a month. My loyalty is in the form of monetary gain.
Well, now that it seems as though as long as party one sides with party two, party one now has access to corporate. They're now corporately funded.
So party 2 can definitely afford to pay me the 1,000 eddies a month to trust them and give them my
Your
loyalty.
party two.
Party 1.
Yeah.
Sorry, party 1 can pay me enough to be loyal to them for at least a month.
Mm.
What, man?
Yeah, Rook's backstory is gonna say, "Fuck that."
You realize Zane's totally out for himself and his own survival, and if it comes to it, Zane might just ditch you.
That is completely fine. Rook's his whole deal, is to shore up, level up, and spread out his paramilitary team, which just collects more and more people as I can.
Speaking of which, I need to figure out which combat zone Rook lives and operates in.
It's a good
Let's
question.
see if I have.
I have the
down.
map.
Is that I never had a map.
I can send you
him up.
I can send you the map if
Oh shit, we never talked about the fucking toy box, Dark.
Oh, don't worry. I was gonna get to it. Don't worry.
Okay. If you listen carefully, audience, you can hear the sound of my youngest child screaming.
so basically you're looking at South Night City, the old combat zone, old Japantown, and Little China. That's where most of you have started off, with the exception of Kay, who lives in the Upper Marina. Nice place.
Hold up. I'm gonna have to text you something real quick because it's gonna be relevant.
Can I?
Okay.
So am I able to find Dio's actual apartment as site?
Huh.
That's a conversation for later. We're gonna have to dig into some nitty gritty there. Like,
I'm just realizing that would actually be a real thought process for him, would be going back to his apartment to see if he could glean any sort of intel or information from that location.
well, is Dio the type to leave a paper trail behind himself, or was he still using Harmony's?
Oh, he was probably still using Harmony's info.
Then you as site don't have that information yet.
Fuck, I need to find out about Harmony.
Yeah, you know that Dio was the target. You don't know, like, you know Dio was the target. You know the chip was why. You don't know what's on that chip or anything like that.
Right. And I know Dio just showed up suddenly.
Came out of the void.
No, no, no. Literally, his whole backstory is he only showed up like 3 years ago.
Huh.
Nobody knows.
Hmm?
Nobody
See,
knows.
now, a question I have for the rest of you is, how do you feel about the use of the cyberpunk soundtrack in game? You feel like it's
Oh, I love
actually added to the experience?
I feel it's added to the experience, and it's DMCA free, so I don't give a damn.
It's fitting, useful music.
No, it's actually I love the soundtrack. It's gorgeous, personally.
Yeah.
Can I help you, Madam Player?
Am I not supposed to be here?
It's a DM podcast.
I've been here almost the whole time.
I know. I don't know why. I thought you were playing Power World.
Do you want me to go play it? You want
I
me to
thought
leave
you
you all?
were.
You want me to leave you all alone?
No, I thought you were. I'm just wondering what's up.
No, I have not been playing it at all since I got off of it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there are a lot of areas of the city for you guys to explore, and in Tailspire, I'm working on all of them. So that way, there's trying to make sure there's not a shortage of area for you guys to play around in. I'm even working on stuff that may take place outside of Night City altogether.
Ooh. Interesting.
Ooh.
We going to another train? Please tell me we're going to another train. I'm ready to kill another character.
No, we're going to a boat.
Don't put us on a boat. I can't kill a character on a boat.
Can't kill a character on a boat.
I can't kill a character on a boat.
Why?
Why?
There's reasons I can't talk about due to an NDA revolving an incident back in 2013. I'm not allowed to kill characters on boats. That's all I can say.
I take it this has to do with a previous campaign that gone sour.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, so somebody knows. Somebody here knows the story.
I'm under an NDA. I'm not allowed to speak of this.
God.
You can talk to my agent, the one who made me sign the NDA. He can tell you.
Yeah, it's gonna stay that way.
I'm just not allowed to kill characters on boats anymore. Ooh, that was a weird static feedback.
What if you have to take a boat to get somewhere?
I'm allowed to take a boat. I'm just not allowed to kill characters on boats. Like, I'm not ship restricted. I'm suicide ship restricted.
Oh. Okay, that gives us that gives me terrible ideas.
I am not allowed to talk about this. I signed an NDA.
Alright.
Alright, so
I'll keep it in mind.
So, as we talked about at the beginning of this session, we ran our first, well, technically our second session of the Void Toy Box, the first session for the year, and I believe, the first session in 2 years, right, Dark?
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
as the Christmas event, our first year was actually the first session of the Void Toy Box.
Yes. Yes, it was.
So, Dark, go ahead and you go ahead, talk to him. Let everybody know about your psychopathic zombie invasion that's practically unbeatable.
It's not unbeatable. It's very okay. So this module is one of the many that I've kind of built up randomly over time because I get tired of people um published module works and I'm like, or I can make my own and throw in whatever I want. So zombie forget which one this is called, but basically zombie patrol. I pick from 3 different zombie types. I throw you in a random city and tell you figure it out. Now, obviously, I can't go into a lot of details because y'all are dealing with it, but it's got rules. It's got fun surprises, and it's not as complicated as it seems. But I will say this: oh man, it was a bad idea to try and bunker down.
Yeah, there.
As my
Yeah, I played the red herring because the last time I ran in that module, we actually all went to the roof and found out the hard way that the roof is probably the worst out of the 3 kill boxes, but it's the most open. So we were able to drag it out.
There are places to bunker down, but a building on the upper street wasn't one of them. But that is not all that's in the Void Toy Box. Other than because I have a couple of zombie modules. I had to use that one because your characters are really high leveled. But there are other zombie modules I have.
Which I guess brings
some of them that are more mystery based.
I guess that brings up another fun one.
You were having fun over there.
That is really loud on the audio side.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's just that was a little bit louder than I expected it to get. So yeah, moving into Act 2, the main campaign for D&D, you guys know that y'all will be starting fresh characters now at level 3. During this, your characters from Act 1 will be... What's the word I'm looking for here, Dark? Knowledge corrected?
A little bit.
Additionally, I'll go ahead and take this opportunity to let everybody know about a new mechanic that's going to be coming to the channel, specifically for the tabletops. We talked about it last session. We've been talking about it throughout the month. We will be introducing our own Help the Party, Harm the Party system. I will not be announcing the actual name of this, but this will be beginning next session. But we'll begin implementation after the next session of D&D, as the DMs for the D&D campaign and the players are all aware of what y'all are going to try to pull off next session.
Hey, is it going to be channel points or biddies?
It is going to be biddy connected. So for every 200 bits, you can give a chance to help the party by giving them a single reroll, basically a single inspiration point that one of them can use in a moment of clutch peril. And for 350 channel points, or biddies, you can give the DMs the same opportunity to screw the party and say, nice success. That nat 20 is really cool. Roll it with disadvantage. All of the DMs have been talking about it. I think Gravity it might have the least exposure to this, as we talked about it one time during the Pathfinder game, and then we had trouble getting a hold of Gravity.
Yeah, no, I'm the newest to this, and in all honesty, I am for this. I'm very much for this.
Right, right. But this is just a way for the audience to interact with us as the players and as the DMs by basically making it so that the game goes a little bit more chaotic, but not in any overt manner.
Yeah.
You as the audience, you won't be able to specifically state, "Hey, I want to give this player a chance to re-roll," but the players are the ones who will be responsible with making the decision on, do we use it now? Do we want to use that right now, or do we want to wait because we only have so many to begin with? As I think we're all aware, y'all are probably all going to be starting. Y'all are going to be starting off with very few of those, and as the players and the DMs, we're all going to be pretty much at the audience's mercy on this one. I know
I can't wait to use that.
I know some of you motherfuckers are going to be sitting in the chat doing it just to help yourselves, you greedy bunch of bastards.
Hey, I'm responsible. Well, I don't do that shit. Yep.
Yes, all right.
Nah, but we all know some motherfuckers that are going to be. Just so it is clear that those two prices are
emotional damage.
Those two prices have to be done as a total. It can't be 100 and 100. It has to be the full 200 or the full 350. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to acknowledge it that way, because the way the bit reader works, it shows the collective for how much you put up, not individually, unless you're looking directly into the chat.
Okay. I will ask a question for the Pathfinder game, because I might throw in a different idea for this, for that at least, because Pathfinder does have a technical reroll system with hero points.
It would
I know a bunch of other games do this.
It would work much the same way, because all hero points is literally inspiration, which is all this actually is inspiration being given to the party and to the DM.
Unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
What's unacceptable?
That came on your end.
What's unacceptable?
The whole twist of fate thing.
You're salty already before it even starts, before anything happens.
Because I have a feeling people are going to go for the DM more than the player.
Oh, you think they're going to okay, so apparently Mystic feels that us as the DMs are going to be the ones getting empowered.
Oh, that's
The thing is, as the DM, you're realistically already empowered.
Exactly, like we can make y'all already reroll for disadvantage.
Look,
for bullshit
reasons. As Dio found out, you can be just murdered for plot convenience without having a dice roll in it.
I did nothing wrong. I was mid-performance and got ran.
Granted, I only did it that way because Aaron asked me to kill Dio. He told me not to tell him how it was going to happen.
Nope.
He just wanted Dio to die.
Yeah, even as the player playing the character, Dio was never intended to be a long-term character. I 100% recognize Dio is a piece of shit. Okay? If this party was not planning to kill Dio behind his back, I would have been disappointed in the entire party. Like remember, this is a dude who was genuinely plotting to kill Puccini just because it was a dog. Like, all joking aside, that dog was gonna die if Dio survived.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dark, South Night City. So that would mean that you and Gravity, Rook and Splatter y'all live in the same storage container complex.
That works with them knowing each other already.
Yeah. So not only do you guys like run into each other because of work itself or the style of work that you do, because neither of you you both have your own ways of making money using your skills.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Rook isn't really a member of the NCPD, but he still makes a living doing what he does.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
Rook
got to do
gets
some under the table
contracted.
stuff.
Of course. Rook and some of his team get contracted to do patrol to work alongside the I can't do acronyms. The Night City Police. But his group is technically separate. They all live in the south zone, but they frequently go into the combat zone, which is why they stay close. It makes no sense to live in like the Glen or up there in like Little
Well,
Europe or the Nixon
that's
district.
a lot of it's Corpo territory. That's high end
Yeah,
stuff where you've got the NCPD has more of a presence there, but there's also a lot of corporate security.
yeah, it's too much red tape to deal with. They allow us and pay us for South City and the old combat zone, and we try not to do a lot of work in their zone. It's not like we're hidden, but try not to step on each other's toes, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like gravity several things. Like I know we know he works at a clinic and he can install cyberware, but also like we'll take on like on-site freelance
Workers.
or like trauma
Work
team.
Sight upon hearing that Splatter can do cyberware installation. Yeah. We're gonna become best friends, buddy. So listen, I need you to acquire a few pieces of tech, right? I'm gonna need you to put them in on the down low. I'll pay you half price for them. You just acquire them for free. That's all I need.
He can't acquire them. Like he can install them. It's not like he's got the line to order them.
Shit. What fucking good is that?
Look, you guys were, well, not you, Sight, because you weren't there, but the original party had benefited initially from having a fixer.
Yeah. Angry child.
I need to talk to the boss. I need the boss to order me some cyberware real quick. I need it direct delivered.
Don't
Hey,
worry,
Gravity,
we're
do you
gonna.
think you can handle another kobold in the Pathfinder party?
Yes.
The beauty of it is for Sight is what he doesn't know is the OG party already has kind of the line, like kind of the lead to what he's looking for, because I dropped several plot hooks in that party from session 2.
Yeah.
One of which was a lead on black market under the table cyberware in Japantown. There's a lot of shit going on in this little part of Night City right now.
Yeah, there's, and I can handle it. Dark. I will say this now. I can handle it.
Sight's gonna interrogate the party.
Good luck interrogating Rook.
Let's go.
Where did my hands go? Took my hands.
So Rook,
Thank you.
I have this ceramic pineapple, and I have placed something rather special inside of it. Now, it's up to you whether I use this ceramic pineapple the intended way or I use it in an unintended manner. Which is it going to be? Where?
I mean, if you're threatening
Did
Rook,
y'all
good
hear?
luck.
Nope. I just need to know. where the black market cyberware dealers are and what all you heard on the matter. Give me that information, and I can put this ceramic pineapple away and never talk about it again. And you don't have to find out what its intended purpose is.
Well, Rook probably does have some leads on that because he deals with a lot of things. Like I already sent over kind of what's going on with Rook to Chugs just now, which I'm sure he's gonna use in some kind of way.
Chuck's going full mirror shades over there like, I got this, I got this, I got this.
I mean, without getting into the jurisdiction or what's going on with Rook's like group.
I got you.
Yeah,
Right. We
Rook's
also
from
need
a
we also need a name for your squad, your organization, your group, whatever you want to call it.
For the
Yeah.
podcast listeners, Chugs backed into his chair, killed his backlight, and just sat there with his mirror shades reflecting his monitor light as if being an OG dipping into the darkness.
Very good, but Rook is from a Drift Nation.
A Drift Nation?
Yeah, he's from a Drift Nation.
A nation of drifters?
Mm.
The question you're all asking yourself right now is, which drifter do I mean?
He's in a lot of different drifters, but yeah, his folks were corporate technicians, so there was a lot going on with the family and everything else before going into the military under Militech before leaving Militech with a group of people. But that's really
Y'all still occasionally have the odd Militech assassin that tries to take you guys out.
Just sits in my room, whiskey and a shotgun at the ready.
Splatter
Yep.
seems like he might be one of the most jaded members. Like, just like, god damn it, just sipping his drink.
I'm starting to realize all of Gravity's characters are jaded alcoholics sitting in the back.
Yeah, I've
Okay,
noticed
no.
actually.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Matthew
Is it
was
most of
they're
them?
dated in different ways. No. Just those two.
Hold on.
And trust me,
Hold on a minute. We have Matthew, who from the very beginning of this game, when he was Richard and Gravity, just felt the full ire of the fact that his name was Richard.
Which I really sucks that you had to deal with that to begin with.
Yeah.
Let me just say that.
But then after the name change, even after the time shift in which his name was never Richard and it was Matthew, he still retained those memories and is still stupid level fucking like jaded with the
Crazy.
whole party for the dick jokes.
Well, that's really, no. I've done the dick joke things he's done with. It's more Azarka as and certain other things. More specifically, the party's actions over the plot.
I mean, the DMs are frustrated with the party's actions over the plot, but ain't none of us bitching about it.
Use yourself. I'm bitching about it.
Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on. Dark does have a serious complaint with you guys, so I'm gonna let him make his complaint real quick because it was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, when he told me, I started fucking dying on the phone with him. Like I couldn't help it.
Yeah,
It was great.
Yeah, but before I start this, everyone remind me to go back to Void Toy Box because there's some other stuff I want to talk about. But oh my god, y'all are so dumb. Y'all are so. I drop hints left and right. I even tell some of y'all what's going on, and you're like, okay, completely forgets about that all the goddamn. I have tried to make your lives so much easier, and the majority of y'all go like, yeah, but that would be helpful. Steps out like,
There's a specific moment. Is there a specific moment you want to call out? Because if it's something I've done, I will fully apologize.
The
I have made
entire campaign. We're not that cryptic. We really aren't. We are very obvious with the hints and clues. One of you got a hold of time magic by the third session by just following the single drop of, yeah, hey, you find this thing about time magic. I'm gonna go look into that shit. Excuse me. Chugs.
I'm so frustrated. There's so many things out there for y'all. Some of them specifically made. And y'all will never get to them because you'll never think about it. And it's so...
Is it sad that I kind of agree with that? Like, I will admit I have avoided some of these things by accident because my brain will either forget or initially something will, like the personal ones. And then sometimes it's more like I stupidly listen to the group when I really shouldn't. The sewer mission in particular is shouting at me about that one.
So speaking of sewer, okay, so when I was split off from the main party, I walked past a plot hook and took it that apparently I should have avoided, which was following these two children down into the sewers who turned out to be dragons.
God.
And finding the entire civilization of dragons underground. And then showing all of those dragons that Exarcha Smogbreath was still alive.
Yep.
See, I am a guy who follows plot hooks to completion, even whenever apparently I should not.
Yeah, I kept giving every indicator to this son of a bitch. Turn the fuck around and go back. And he's like, I'm just going to keep following them. I can't let two little kids play around down here knowing how dangerous it is. God damn it! All right, then, I guess.
Yeah. I stared down a dragon.
It told it its brother was alive.
Wait. Was that the reason we had to deal with we had the black dragon show up?
Yeah, Chugs is the direct party responsible for the dragons knowing that Zarka was alive and making moves to reacquire their lost sibling. As she made it very clear, Zarka is to come home.
Which we still haven't done that.
Oh, y'all got a bunch.
So the rest of the party doesn't even know this.
Yeah.
No, he don't.
Don't you love what I was?
Wait, no, y'all do, because I just because I remember we were in the Castle of Time.
Yeah.
And I used my hologram and I showed the civilization of dragons.
No. I'm not talking about that. We didn't know you're the reason this Arca sister found us. We know you found the dragon civilization. We didn't know you're the reason she found us.
It's a 420, ladies and gentlemen.
That ain't fucking shit. Gonna be fucking out of it like 5. Anyway.
So,
But yeah, I'll admit I've missed some things, and additionally, sadly, should have said something on some things differently.
shit, that's all
I
of
admit
us.
that, and I will. Yeah, again, there's a lot of things I could have stopped in the main campaign that I really should have,
Oh, hey.
and
We have one of our own in the chat asking for our opinions. As an aspiring DM myself, I would like to ask this Elder Council their opinions as DMs on D&D optional features like plot points and milestone experience.
Okay.
I am brand new at DMing, so I don't know how much of an elder I am at this. So I'm gonna listen to the more experienced ones.
Chuck's backing out.
So
Again, for the podcast listeners, Chugs is backing out of the camera view, entirely out of this conversation as the narrator DM of the group, who doesn't have to deal with those two things. I guess I have my opinion on it, but it's actually kind of a complicated one. I'd rather hear Gravity and Darkheart's opinions on this first.
Want to go first, or should I? Dark?
What's up?
I asked if you wanted to go first, or should I for this?
Oh my god.
Oh no, you first.
So I am going to say this
I have
right
some
now.
things to say, but it's got to be after this.
It is very, very determined about the game and how you want to run it. I'm just stick with one point you brought up before, which is milestones. I am usually against milestones unless it's a very specific thing for the campaign. If this is something where it's low combat and you know the players are not going to get enough experience through combat or other means to do it, I can completely understand milestones. Otherwise, I will stick to experience. I will prefer experience over most systems. That is my opinion. As for plot points, that's a bit iffy. For me, again, it's another campaign-specific thing, or how you want to run it. Right? Usually, I say just go where you want your plot to go, and hope, and have options if your players decide to go in some other way, or do something you don't expect. You're gonna have to be adaptable with that part. At least I think, unless I'm missing what plot points actually are in 5e, because I need to reread the 5e rulebook. It's been a hot minute.
So Kurtosh has had to step away for a moment, so he missed almost the whole second half of that.
God damn it.
Back to something that was stated earlier. So Dark, you're doing what now? You're making another Cobalt? Are you going to join the Nation of Sid?
If I did, he would not be the Nation of Sid. He'd be a rival at best.
Nope. You would be. Hold on. Let me get the right voice for this.
Commander of war and military forces of the Nation of Sid, you will be, yes.
Hold on, I gotta plan out the PvP.
Sid,
I was about to
Sid
say, like,
immediately
the build I would be pulling together.
Sid immediately metal energy blast, flash forge, freeze, electrocutes his ass.
Speaking of which, something after the thing, because there is something I've screwed up with. Again, I keep screwing up with Sid because I am not used to kineticists yet. Because something out of this campaign, the game I was running with some friends that had a kineticist dropped his character because he wasn't having fun with it, which I get.
So I was reading up on it, and apparently the main reason why a lot of people don't play kineticist now is because DMs get very restrictive with allowing the kineticist to do anything because of the exact thing that Sid's taking advantage of. Interaction of those elements.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I am not, as your madness has shown. Waiting for that bomb to go off.
Same, dude. Every one of us is ready for that bomb to go. Okay? Like, for real. There is nothing we're waiting for more than the chance to throw that fucking box and see just how much damage it's going to do. Like, we planned that shit. The whole party except for Kang. Because he's been gone. Again, we miss you, Kang.
Yeah, we miss you, man. But yeah. But if you want to get your point out, then Dark.
See, my point is very similar. Now, here's the thing. For long campaigns where you don't know where it might go, XP is typically fine. With a short one, you want to use milestones because you don't know what the party will be doing. However, I will use Brennan Lee Mulligan's point against and for milestones, and it is in a game where XP is where you get level up. It would be surprising that everyone's not wizard. I was like, why do you need a magic book? Just find the nearest cave and then just go monster hunting for about 3 weeks and you'll be God at the end of the point. If you have players, if you have players that just want to grind monsters, like they set up a bounty hunting, or they set up going on guild quests over and over again, and if it's a non-linear campaign, they can just do that. But by the end of it, they will be level 10 for your level 5, game.
Yeah.
So, in the main campaign, we do a little bit of both. You can very well go off and do stuff and gain levels that way, or, which the party mainly misses, if you do normal activities, if you do go chase down leads or go try to go learn something, you can gain a milestone. It's not that hard.
And the main reason why is because the level of the world in the main campaign is that fucking high compared to where y'all started. Because I built this campaign off the back of another campaign. And the main reason for that is because of how the campaign works. Y'all still haven't fully grasped what is going on yet, and as y'all are reaching the end of Act 1, y'all are about to be literally hit with the full level of the situation and the full understanding of why this plane in particular does not work the right way.
Yeah.
We actually have a lot of...
But you know what does work the right way? Bartor's saxophone.
Yep.
I want Bartos to find a rival in someone who uses like a violin or like a trumpet. I want it so bad that I almost want to make a character for it.
All right. So on that point, I guess I'll cover my position on the two. Unless did you have something to say about plot points?
When it comes to plot points, there's nothing wrong with railroading because a party that is too aimless loses interest because there's nothing to go after. If you have a
optional feature
campaign,
plot points.
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay.
In characters, or because I'm about to go over all optional features. Is there a specific one you're doing?
I believe it's concerning the players themselves and their ability to actually install a plot point. Per the DMG, plot points is at the beginning of most campaigns, players are supposed to be allocated a single plot point that they can use to affect the story, change something inside of the story, and basically throw a wrench into the DM's game.
You lazy
The thing
thoughtless
about that
cobblebright.
is, the thing about that is, I find out all players like deals and what's going on at session 0 as you're supposed to, and I work in plot points from those characters.
You
at the
lazy
start.
thoughtless gobblebright.
And that is actually kind of my whole position on that one. Actually, is plot points should never be something that players have to worry about during the session zero. As the dungeon master, you should be working on getting a hold of your players' characters' backstories and using those backstories to build your plot points. As y'all can obviously see, all of y'all's characters' backstories were taken into account when building this world and affecting this world. Thorndal is a connection with 3 other characters in y'all's party just through one character. Gravity, while you are detached, you too, through your backstory, are still connected to this party. There are other things in y'all's backstories that y'all never put in there that me and Dark took the liberty of having our field day with it, and filling in some of the blanks and taking advantage of that. So I guess from that position, I'm really not of the opinion of plot points being left laying in the hands of players. I'd prefer to take them into account at the beginning of the crafting of the campaign. And if the players want to throw a wrench in my game, just, I don't know, eat something, I guess. When it comes to the I can't just breeze right past that one. Yeah. Every member of this party, I think, at some point has eaten something that they wish they hadn't, except for Chugs.
I haven't.
Really, fake candy boy?
I didn't eat any.
You are one of the many people who has diabetes in this party.
No. I was force-fed that when I was knocked out.
Doesn't change the fact that you have diabetes.
And I was not given a choice at that. They did it to me when I was knocked out.
But yeah, no, as far as milestone experience goes, that's actually, like Dark, there's very, it has its place. If this were 3.5, I would be saying not no way in hell. You don't use milestones, you run purely off of experience. 5th edition, on the other hand, the XP gain from some creatures and the XP gain awarded for completing certain quests and stuff may not be enough for the world setting that you're building. At which point, milestones are a good way of being able to bridge the power gap to a small degree. You don't have to go full bore into it, as y'all could see with the main campaign. Y'all did not start seeing real level growth until y'all got inside of the mall. And that was because y'all just kept jumping clean over actual milestones.
Actually, let me say something into that. Y'all skipped going to the Coliseum. What is wrong with y'all? I'm sorry.
I'm willing to go
the main
back.
hub of fight training, level up, and its own own economy for y'all to gain items. Nah, we're gonna go somewhere else.
No, we're gonna go to the Nation of Cho and take care of the bullshit Zarka kickstarted there. But no.
Again, I'm
Once again, not I. Not I, sir. I was doing my own.
None of these complaints have anything to do with Chugs' character. Chugs, you play your character to near perfection.
Now I got a complaint.
Hey.
I got a complaint. I know what's wrong.
I want to hear it.
I know what's wrong with it.
It ain't got no gas in it.
It ain't got no gas in it. No. In all seriousness, all joking aside, none of the players are actually a problem, because all the players, to a certain degree, you all play your characters to the T. The problem is that your characters are actually y'all, which kind of says a lot about y'all in the way that y'all play your characters. Because there's no distinction, there's no separation. As was stated from the very beginning of this game, you, the players, are in the control of these bodies. So everything y'all do is really just y'all. No one else. You might have the influence from your character's soul, but you, much like in Cyberpunk 2077, it's just an Ingram you're talking to. You're the one making all the decisions.
Mhm.
Or I guess in this case, you're the Engram overriding the original. So, I guess y'all are Johnny Silverhand, you murderous pieces of shit. That didn't go the way I was expecting it to. Shit.
Look, much to my chagrin, our party is a bunch of murder hobos.
Yep. And this is coming from the Lord.
Were you gonna say something against that gravity?
I'm about to say,
Were
you remember Gravity before you say anything, that you are the party member that reflexively reaches for a knife anytime anything says 2 words to you guys that's not, hi, hello.
Holy shit.
This is coming.
Paranoid. I haven't had.
And to be clear, this is all
I'm also
coming
crazy.
from the Lord and Master of all murder hobos. Because I will die for my murder hobodom.
No, Dick, friend, stop.
Here's the thing. I may be a bit crazy. I'll admit it. But the reason I do that is because I'm paranoid. Yet again, my character's first ever fucking instance in this game to the backstory was dealing with a fucking shapeshifter, you fucking monster. Oh god, dude. Great, what the fuck?
I wasn't a part of that, so.
Dark sitting over here going, I got a pass for 3 sessions before the original DM of our campaign told me I had to help this one.
But here's the thing. I will admit we are a bunch of murder hobos at some point. I try not to be. I do try to be like more intimidating and try to get out of fights. It doesn't help that initially we constantly seem to get dragged into certain places for fights because of a certain somebody making certain choices. Not the GMs.
I'm about to say, anyone coming at Dark or me when it comes to the main campaign, understand we have to fudge most of our rolls to keep from murdering you guys.
Oh no, I'm not talking about you. It's a player thing. A lot of the time, we have listened to the wrong people in our party with choices.
I mean, if
Chugs is also safe from this because he hasn't been with the party. I don't know what.
And the time that I have been with the party, my usual go-to has always been like, "Hey, can we try to talk this out first?"
Right.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I just remembered something. Yeah. So as I guess in this manner in the main campaign, canonically, since Kang has been pulled into the Inn of Peaceful Respites, that means that she's out of where she was, so yeah, and Dark pulled her, so Dark can drop her physically straight into this fight with you guys. So you also, Dark, I do want to make it clear that you will be giving me an ulcer, and I will be taking damage for it, which means you're going to take damage for it too.
I cannot wait to assist. Oh, actually, Chugs might do it instead. I cannot wait to assist Tej in leveling up the cleric all the way to 20.
Oh, is that where Tej is going?
Wait, cleric. She's a druid.
Yeah.
Is she going?
Did I say cleric?
You said cleric.
Yeah, you said cleric.
Oh, my mistake. Leveling up her druid all the way to 20.
Well, she's at 18 right now, so there's 2 more levels for 20, and then Miguel is back.
All right.
Sorry.
All right, we're gonna keep this real brief. We have we have 2 who take plot points into account during session 0. That would be me and Dark. So that we don't leave the plot points with the player. We didn't really get a straight answer on plot points from Gravity. He focused on the milestone. We all seem to be of the opinion that milestones are okay to a point. and only dependent on, and mainly dependent on the kind of game you're trying to run. If you're trying to run something where you want to be high powered, milestones are a way to get your players there quickly. Otherwise, stick with experience and let them learn their power sets.
Yeah, I will. Okay, so that was more because I didn't. Again, haven't read a lot of the with D&D. I'm a very bad GM. I will admit that at points with that. Pathfinder, I'm better, but that's more because there's a lot more openness with characters and a lot of other things I can fuck with in that system that I know of. I did not know about plot points being that, and I'm going to actually agree with you two on this one. That is a no for me. If anything, it should be that you use. If you're using plot points, it should be at session 0 to help develop your characters and initially build them throughout the campaign.
Yeah, so like that's
Let's
pretty
be
much
fair.
how I've operated with you guys with Cyberpunk. Is I know certain things about each of your characters that may come into play later on. A lot of it will, because I want each plot point that would affect your character directly. I want to like affect the overall narrative of how the story is going.
Right. I
Yeah.
hope that was an adequate answer to your question, Kurtosh. This is why we're here, is to answer questions just like that, actually. Because all of us are coming from a different role as a DM. I've been playing D&D now for longer than I think any of us want to actually hear. Dark's been playing D&D for almost as long. Pathfinder, Gravity trumps all of us when it comes to Pathfinder. Dark and me are trying to devour Pathfinder as fast as we can, but we're just human for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an entire separate world, and you know for a fact that we start at lore, then everything else.
Yeah, like I'm not even looking at the mechanics right now. Like I'm like, fuck the mechanics. I need to know how the gods interact. Like I'm just getting to the part where the pantheons are basically like, yeah, fuck all the other multiverses. Dimension lock the multiverse. What?
Yeah.
Like Pathfinder said, I don't want to play with any other multiverse, so I'm making it so I can't even interact with the other multiverses. Now I understand why. To get the main campaign into Pathfinder, Kragan and Darkheart would have to literally work together and rewrite the laws of their own reality to break through to that multiverse to begin with. So, we will not be moving into Pathfinder.
Yeah, no. In all honesty, if we wanted to swap the main campaign to Pathfinder, it'd be a fresh start. It'd be starting from, like...
I'd have to reset, and I'm not resetting at this point.
Yeah, that's great.
We're 2 years into this campaign. Y'all are actually almost done with Act 1. There ain't no way in hell we're resetting.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. But that's also why we have other things going on in Act 2 and 3.
Yep. Act 2, I will be very busy behind the scenes, especially for the first chapter of Act 2, which will not be ran by me. I will not be the DM for Act 2 at all. Well, no, that's not true. I believe our agreement is we will be switch hitting, right, Dark?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So when we get to Act 2, each chapter will be ran by Dark, then me, by Dark, then me, then Dark, and the end of the act will be me. That is a 420 in the chat again. I think Chug saw it before I did. And Dark, can we get a sneak peek from you? What is the plane that we are headed to in Act 2?
Do we already agree to the one I suggested?
I believe so, yeah.
For those Magic the Gathering inclined, Y'all asses are
no.
getting dropped in Ravnica.
That is correct. Oh, we gotta hydrate as well, guys.
I don't have any drink up here, so looks like I'm out of luck there.
Okay. That is correct. For the first plane we go to, y'all will be taking on year 1 of Ravnica, as narrated and ran by Darkheart. And yours truly will be joining as a player this time, bitches. That's right. And I will not be doing the Kragan build. Because let's get real about it. The Kragan build is broken. It's practically a pun in and of itself.
Oh, sorry.
But I do need to
Are you
know.
excited for Ravnica?
I do want to know though, from you guys, from the party's perspective, what do you guys want me to play? Do you want me to do a melee character? Do you want me to do range, or do you want me to be the spell slinger? I could do support. It's up to you guys. I'm gonna leave it in the party's control.
I still gotta figure out what I want to do with the next build.
I've already sent Dark my character. I've already sent Dark my character.
Dope. Like I said, I'm gonna leave it in the hands of the party. Y'all get to choose what the archetype I will be building is. But apart from that, I'm gonna put my own spin on the rest of the shit.
Fun.
And
I love the fact you. By the way, real quick, I love the fact you guys bring up that I play geriatric characters, and the first place we're going is fucking rabbinic. I'm having a stroke now.
Ravnica.
Ravnica. Thank you. Thanks. Yes.
To anyone Magic the Gathering inclined, you may want to read up on just a little bit of Ravnica, because there is politics everywhere, and it's for benefit and harm. So, good luck.
I am just gonna be throwing this out there. I am going Simic Guild. Fuck everybody.
So I think that the general consensus amongst all of us as DMs is how can we basically keep our players in a constant state of anxiety?
Yeah.
While still having fun. It's like it's like a delicate balance.
Yes, that is exactly how it works. You understand entirely. That is the art of being a DM, causing your players nothing but mental anguish while entertaining them at the same time. They'll be happy they're in pain. In a way, you're a sadistic torturer. You really are. Because you're the one who can stop it at any point in time. They're masochists because they can walk away at any time. You all sit down to play the game and continuing torturing each other until one of you finally says the safe word of, I'm fucking done.
One of you gave me an NPC. What did I do? I kidnapped her.
Right? What? I gave my party 2 kids. They killed them.
He's looking directly at Darkheart.
I'm so glad everybody knows.
It's not that bad, I promise.
You lying sack of shit. But no. In all seriousness, as a DM, I try to balance the theme of the game with player emotion in mind. I don't want to push the player to any player to the point where they're ready to walk away. But I'm also not going to sit here and take it easy on the player by not throwing challenges at them. Your character thrives on challenges, on growth. It evolves from trial and error, from learning what works and what doesn't.
can continue your monologue over the music.
No, it actually peaks over my mic. A centaur. Precaution.
What else has centaur?
Okay, so Dark, do you have a problem with me playing a centaur for my race?
Well, can you play a centaur raw?
Yeah. In Ravnica, which I have the book, there is centaurs and minotaurs.
Do I have to do a centaur? Do I have to do, or can I do a non-human? Because that gives me a whole different idea.
Y'all.
I think he was saying specifically a centaur.
Okay, I mean, if it's a centaur, I will play a centaur.
Hold on. The added races to Ravnica are Baldakin, centaurs, minotaurs, goblins. If you want to try and be, there's mutant, which has its own thing going on, and I think that's it. Otherwise, a lot of races are already available. As long as you bring it to me, we can make something work. Like if someone wanted to be a automatron, we can make that work.
Okay, so
like
Dark, the recommendation here is a centaur cavalier. Will you sign off on a centaur cavalier?
Yeah, okay. Let me I need everyone to listen when I say this. It is fine if you pick a centaur. I need you to know something though. Not everything is centaur made.
In English, I ain't gonna have clothes, and y'all gonna be seeing my willy hanging out all the time.
No, they're centaur clothes. It means you're not going into buildings.
Oh, I'm not going into buildings? That is fine. I will kick the fucking door frame down, walk in like a boss. Sup, bitches?
Yeah, you're still not listening. You won't be able to walk around buildings.
No, I get it. I'll be too tall.
Made.
No, I get it. I'll be too tall.
Too tall, too wide.
Yeah. Somebody better keep enlarge reduce on stock and better have spell slots, because y'all gonna need to reduce my size.
What we do is we turn them into like a little pony version of a centaur.
A My Little Pony centaur.
I'm planning on learning polymorph, so...
Are we going to do a session planning for the beginning of Chapter 2? Of Act 2, I mean?
I'd be alright with it.
Where we all just sit down and we talk, introduce our characters, get a feel for our characters now that we're on a new plane. The silence tells me that Dark is trying to decide whether or not to go let me do a My Little Pony centaur.
Because you'd end up tiny.
I know. It would be great.
You say that, but I have to worry about that when you guys are making your characters. Pixies exist in Pathfinder, and they are a tiny race.
Well, no. With tiny, that means I get a +3 to my AC because it's harder to hit something that small.
See, I'm glad that I don't have to deal with magic systems in Cyberpunk.
Yeah, you just have to worry about hacking with you. With me and these two, we have to worry about what magic and shit we're bringing into the next session.
We'll talk about it all later. Anyway, but yeah, so we got that coming for you guys in Act 2. Gravity. What? You got anything else? You could always throw a magic item to allow you to enlarge or reduce along the way. Winky face, right, Dark? Winky face. Wink.
Right. Oh, there is something I want to say about 5e. Well, because it is relevant. People who don't let their characters or their players have magic items by level 3 or level 5 are dicks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Agreed.
If you
Agreed.
don't give your characters magic weapons, you're a dick. I'm not sorry about it.
Oh, I agree 100%.
Heavily agree.
Because let's get
Heavily agree.
very real about this. Level 1, sure, you don't need a magic item. Level 2, you should be giving your players at least a weapon. A single weapon, because by
Agreed.
level 2, you can start throwing things that are literally immune to damage that's not magical. That's not okay.
Mhm.
From that point forward, almost everything slowly begins to gain resistance to non-magical damage and eventually immunity to non-magical damage. So, it's
And creatures and player characters don't get access to this counts as magical till level 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if
Yeah.
you don't give your players magic items until that point, there's no real excuse for it. You're just being a dick. There's no reason your players should be running around nerfed.
Yeah, no.
Ever.
I fully agree with 5e. I fully agree with 5e and Pathfinder. I mean, heck, the only reason that and if anybody brings this up, with Sid doesn't get a doesn't have magical weapons is because he has his blasts,
Sid's
which are going to level up with his character.
Yeah, Sid doesn't need weapons.
Like the only
By the
reason
way, I
Sid
can't
doesn't
wait
have a
to
magical.
put that rune on my sword. So I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, that's completely fine. That is completely fine. But yeah, no, the only reason Sid isn't getting a magic weapon is because his class is built to not need them. His entire class is built not to need weapons. It's more built to grow and change as they go throughout the campaign.
I'm the
Hey,
motherfucking
even
Avatar.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. And that's the thing. You should be giving them magical weapons at some point when they're level 3 in D&D. And Pathfinder, I'd say give like a +1 weapon or something a bit earlier, because Pathfinder has a tendency to be like, oh, our bosses have a bunch of resistances, and you're going to need to work with them if you don't have characters who can get around them. But also, yet again, Pathfinder has a weakness system that basically says if you hit them with this weakness, you're going to do a fuck ton more damage.
Right. And and the beauty of systems like World of Darkness, Chronicles, depending on which edition you're playing, Cyberpunk, narrative D10 systems, there's no purpose really to magic items to begin with. The system kind of already takes that issue into account in its development, so that you don't need things like that. Anything you design for something like that, you're doing to add flavor to the story. It's not actually increasing anything, really.
Yeah.
As we were just explained about Exarcha's cranial imploder basically just being Exarcha being min-maxed to hell for blowing holes through people's skulls.
Yeah, it's like it. All it is just me expressing narratively what the numbers are saying. So,
right.
He made that character good at one thing. So you know that when Exarcha's in the story, he's doing that one thing that he's good at.
Right.
Really, really
well. To the point where when you guys had to go to that party, he straight up asked if he could just not do the job unless he could be perched up somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that says a lot. And that's one thing I will say. All joking aside, all ball busting aside, we can all sit here and make jokes about all the things that Zarka has done to every campaign that he is in. But all joking aside, Zarka is actually one of our best role players because he does play his character as true to fucking his character as he can. Like realistically, yeah, it might be to everybody's detriment, but he does play his character. I mean, we all have to remember, Smog Breath destroyed Exarcha. Like in their actual, when they became blended, Smog Breath was the one who really won that fight. So while parts of Ash did survive, it's mainly Smog Breath who's primary upbringing was at the hands of the Dark Lord Kragan himself.
Yeah, so he has all of the reasons to be crazy in that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not giving it like I'm not saying he's
It doesn't
like
excuse. It doesn't excuse the behavior. It simply explains why the behavior is.
Miguel said he's jealous that Exarca got raised by Kragan.
No, don't be jealous. He got raised by the evil twin Kragan, not the real Kragan.
The fake Kragan?
Yeah, the fake Kragan.
We have to do it right for the next little bit of the end.
That is one
Do I
of
need to
the
get my
bigger
do I need to
points.
get my cruise card?
Yeah, because you're gonna need your number and all that when you check it, I think.
All right.
I'm just giving you a heads up. I'm gonna go find out whether or not the site came back up because the site had been crashing because everybody's probably trying to check.
Gotcha.
The whole podcast just
I'm
stopping
back.
to listen to Dark talking about his cruise.
You know, it's really funny. He is trying to be quiet.
Think before you open your stupid mouth, jackass!
Look here.
Yes.
I'm trying to run a reputable business.
But yeah, no. But no, Zarka does really play his character true to form for his character. While everybody does get upset and pissed off because of the things he does, it's ironically enough exactly what he was raised to do.
Yeah.
My character gets pissed off. That's it.
And that's a big thing to recognize.
Me out of character, but see, me out of character, I know that it's just a story. We're playing make believe and rolling dice. It's not. It ain't that big a deal.
Right.
All right.
But
again, I may get angry at character, but I also.
Like I said, this whole party is filled with gifted role players. You all do, to a degree, play your characters exceptionally well. Have some of you gotten it twisted up about who's actually running the body? Yeah. Of course.
Mm-hmm.
All of you seem to have gotten that part twisted up to a certain degree. You bunch of schizophrenic, bipolar assholes.
I am unified, my friend. Or should I say we are unified.
Nope, it's just you. It's just you. With all of Thorndal and Chugs. One being Thornton Chugs. It's not a fusion. It's just Thornton Chugs.
Meanwhile, I'm blended and crazy. I'm blended and super crazy at this point.
Yeah, you blended. Richard's soul, Matthew's soul got destroyed, and Gravity is trying to figure out how to deal with the fact that he has two sets of memories from two distinctly different people.
Added on to the fact that I also have my character also in the fact has the idea of how this universe's multiverse technically works going on in his head too.
Yeah,
being
poor Gravity. Poor Gravity actually understanding that this whole entire plane is sealed off from the major part of the multiverse, because if it wasn't, everything would cave in. The curse of knowledge.
Yeah, I have my excuse for why I'm crazy. I have multiple excuses.
But
God.
No, I'm looking forward to being a player in D&D with the rest of you. I will say I am so that everybody understands, I'm not a babysitter in this. I'm not a DM cop. I am a player legitimately. I have zero.
I completely understand that.
I have zero authority and zero power over Chapter 1 of Act 2. So, yeah, we're all on the same equal footing here.
Now, see, I know that this is planning way ahead, but once we've reached the end point of the current story in Cyberpunk, we may shift gears a little bit, because I have other systems I'd like to explore if members of the party are willing.
I got a dude that just awoke who wants to get up in this bitch. I've actually been thinking of talking to you about something. I want to talk to you after this about it a bit more, but I have been considering starting a Patreon for Gold Hall Gaming.
Ooh.
And I know that there's there are 2 campaigns that happen outside of the channel that could be featured on the Patreon.
Okay. I assume that one of those would be our Chronicles of Darkness.
Yeah.
Which, for those that aren't aware, what we've been doing with Chronicles of Darkness is I've been running solo stories or solo campaigns where it's one-on-one, where Aaron has a character, Tej has a character. They both exist in the same universe, but their sessions are separated. They've not run into each other. That it's basically anyone involved has their own story to take place just within this existing continuity. But it's been private sessions, one-on-one. And the invitation's extended to anybody else in our role-playing group that would be interested in doing it.
That is, and like I said, that is one of the ones that I've been thinking we could do on the Patreon, and as like a subscriber-only stream on Twitch as well. Because I feel like the Chronicles game is a bit more sedated and also like gives the player more of the focus. Like you get to really see each player individually thrive with the way you're doing Crescent City Chronicles.
With Chronicles, I try to the whole point of Chronicles is just telling a really good story. Like it's not I'm not playing it very rules heavy. In fact, I dare say that most of the way I've been handling it has been quite homebrew. Like it's rooted in the key mechanics of the game, but I'm not bogging everything down with too much thought into what the dice rolls are going to be.
Right.
And it's all about playing off of what, for instance, what your character Zane does, and seeing how that affects what's going on around him.
And if at this moment people are noticing that I have a thing for characters named Zane, yeah, I do. Suck it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Everyone has a naming convention, and I'd be completely down for trying on different systems after we're done with Cyberpunk Red. Again, I'm open to a lot of things, as long as it's not Exalted, because I currently want to blow my brains out reading this book.
We have Chronicles of Darkness, we have Mutants and Masterminds, we have Heroes Unlimited, we have what else is there? Oh, we also have Shadowrun.
Oh, Shadowrun's
Which edition?
Shadowrun's a dangerous system any day of the week.
Hold on. The big question for Shadowrun is always which edition, because 5th edition is no. I'm not going. No.
Let me take a look.
Is it that moment that people start realizing these DMs definitely do look at other tabletops than just the ones they're running?
Yep.
As Chugs is online going to look at his cloud to see what all he has stored in there.
I don't think that I have my. I don't think that I have Shadowrun. I may have to get that again.
Okay. Just as long as it's not 5th edition, because I've made and tried to play 5th edition of Shadowrun. It is. Oh.
But I do have Mutants and Masterminds, and I do have Chronicles of Darkness. And when I say Chronicles of Darkness, it's a ton of them. I have Beast, Changeling, Demon, Geist, a Hunter, Mage, Mummy, Promethean, Vampire, Werewolf.
Nice.
And then all kinds of supplements.
I like Mage, but Mage is broken, and so is Geist. Neither of those systems play well with any of the other systems.
They
I mean,
really don't.
It's not their fault. It's not their fault. Like
because you're dealing with you're dealing just with like a higher level of reality at that point. When you're dealing with Mage, Geist, and Demon, you're dealing with affecting like the fabric of reality itself. So it's like something that if you do a crossover campaign where you have a vampire working with a mage, or a vampire working with a demon, or a werewolf with a geist,
or the damage output
at a certain point, at a certain point, there's going to be something that certain characters can do that others just can't. But Chronicles of Darkness isn't a system where you need like a healer, a tank, anything like that. It really is how you handle things narratively. It's not, there's combat, but it's not a combat heavy system.
It can be.
So it could be if you wanted it to be, but it's not written that way.
No, it's really not designed for it. It's somebody who just ran a war in Vampire the Masquerade.
Right. Combat in Chronicles of Darkness is supposed to be
quick,
life or death. Like you might actually die within 3 rounds of combat in Chronicles of Darkness.
Yeah.
If you chose to take the combat route.
Yeah, they ended up wiping an army of over 70 fucking dudes in the course of 5 rounds. It was 5 vampires. That's it. Their whole force was 5 vampires staked up on a roof, sniping these motherfuckers through the trees. Maxed out firearms, maxed out dexterity, and then adding blood, using blood to precise shot.
And see, right now in your Chronicles campaign, your character is currently caught in the middle. Your character is currently caught in the middle of 2 things two fucked up situations at the same time.
It's only just figured out that they are 2 situations, not one. Like poor Zane.
Yeah, you spent I'd say 2 or 3 sessions just losing your mind.
And not the player, mind you. It is Zane losing his mind. The player understood the whole time it was 2 different things, but Zane was literally on the AI, whatever the fuck that program is what fucked me up. Not, I'm awakening and something else is going on top of this program that's killing people.
Oh no.
Oh, Zane.
Anyway.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Zane's already been through the ringer and he's only had like 5 sessions.
Only in 5 sessions, huh?
Look. All I
well, these are short sessions too. They're only between an hour and 2 hours long. But I mean, when you're dealing with a player 1-on-1, you can get a lot done in a small amount of time.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I had my horrifying nightmares during a hurricane. I just want sleep, man. That's all I really want. Some peaceful fucking sleep. And every time
Then why are you drinking so much coffee?
I keep trying to drink coffee because I can't sleep, but every time I go to drink coffee, my coffee gets interrupted. I think I've had a cup of coffee one time in this whole goddamn campaign. I think I've only picked up the coffee cup. I don't think I've actually drank the coffee.
God damn it. All of my brain is thinking about is, and I know nobody probably might not have listened to it, the Magnus Archives and the tea turning into a spider thing. If you haven't, then I recommend listening to it. Great series.
I'll have to check it out. But yeah, poor Zane. He just keeps trying to. He just wants a peaceful night's sleep. Can't get it. Keeps trying to have coffee to fucking deal with the fact that he's not having peaceful sleep, and he can't even get a cup of coffee. First time, power went out. Second time, the whole thing fucking fritzed out. Third time, he got a cup of coffee, and then he had to bolt right the fuck out of Dodge. Yeah, no, he legitimately has not even gotten to drink a cup of coffee this game. This is like, god damn it. I know what I'm doing next session.
See, I wanted to get into that.
Got eyes on the target, both of them.
Keep missing.
Huh?
I was saying I really wanted to get into that Chronicles of Darkness, but I've literally found no time to be able to.
Yeah,
like right now, I'm
I
struggling
understand.
to get the computer from Chugs. Like I feel so bad about it. I really do.
No, you're good. We'll
Okay, get that done
this
week.
week. Yeah, we're gonna figure that out this week. Quasar has gone ahead and installed Windows on it. It's ready to go. I just got to figure out what day is good for you for me to pick it up from his house and bring it directly to you.
Every day is good except Wednesday because I go to work
Okay.
for 5.
Okay.
Let me see if I have any doctor's appointments.
A group of Machops. I'm gonna need a little bit more of to understand what you're trying to say there, Kurtosh.
What's he trying to say?
A group of
What did he type?
Machops. Machops.
I'm very confused, but okay.
Pokemon.
I don't have a doctor's appointment
what-
until February 20th, so I am literally good every day except Wednesday.
Every day except Wednesday. Okay. Well, I will just hit you up on Discord, let you know when on a day whenever I get off of work at a decent time, and I will pick up the PC from Quasar and bring it directly to you. Well, I'll have to get your address.
Gotcha.
All right, you'll find him at 999-99 Circle of Hell, Section 134, Department 32, Subsection B, The Void, Address 2, Darkheart.
Don't worry, you'll only
Jump
take
through this
200
computer
D100
and-
so psychic damage.
You know what? I'm just gonna mail it to the Void.
That is usually
You can do that.
That is usually a quicker resolution than trying to hand deliver anything to the Void.
Yeah,
Well,
which reminds me, God,
this is a
I told
PC.
all...
I think I need to hand deliver it.
Yeah, which, by the way, real quick, while I get back to that rant, guys, I literally told y'all, yeah, going into the void is probably a bad idea. You want to throw something into the void so you don't have to take sanity damage.
But I'm already crazy. I'm joking.
You haven't hit crazy.
You guys, I will say every time, and this is something that Dark only caught a couple of sessions ago. You guys are supposed to be taking sanity damage every time y'all come in here. Every time y'all go in the void, y'all should technically be at about -300-400 sanity.
No, because I talked to you already, and at this point, I don't have to keep this hidden. No, hold on. Each time y'all interacted with the void, the first time y'all took a little bit of sanity. The second time was halved. Everything else, y'all haven't had to take sanity damage because everyone has been acclimated to the void. I did that on purpose months ago. That's why y'all have been able to come into the void without anything happening to y'all.
Alright.
Yeah, I set up plot points months in advance, by the way.
I get that.
It doesn't change the amount of damage that gets taken first and foremost, though.
By the way, I
Yeah, the
forgot
first
to
one, I
ask
can't do
this.
anything about it.
I completely forgot to ask this at the end of the Pathfinder session, by the way. Were you guys resting after seeing Baladar have a bit of a mental breakdown, or no?
I believe we said we were resting.
Yeah.
Unless
we can go all the way back to town, which I don't think we can.
Technically, you could. Yet again, you guys have cleared the path back. That is up to you guys if you want to go back to town. We didn't bring it up. You guys said you were resting, but you didn't say you went back to town. I just need to know that about something.
Here's a question for you then. Do we have a time limit that we're working with?
Technically, no. You have a soft time limit. The actual campaign does not have a time limit per se. It does say certain events may happen again with stronger enemies if you guys don't beat it in a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
I am keeping track, but luckily that should.
We're not going back to camp, back to town then yet. We only realistically just got back to the ruins and just got to the second floor. We haven't really done shit yet. So there's no real point for us to backtrack all the way back to town at this current junction. Okay, nice. So I could always attempt to grab a bounty target, shout for Dark to take us into the void, so I can entertain Dark with cool and funny assassinations and exchange smiley face. You're not wrong. I just don't know if you would be if you're expecting the reaction you'd actually get from that.
Remember, Dark is not the god of assassins. What exactly is Dark the chaos? The god of just violence and war in general, or?
I say it every game.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Lord of the Void, God of War.
I'm fucking.
And I have so much else going on with Dark that y'all haven't even touched.
So, to be clear here, yes, Darkheart is the god of the void, the embodiment of the void technically, and the god of war. War being his full purview, not just a specific type, but his actual purview is war itself. Any great battle, any great war, anything that could be described as glorious carnage falls under Darkheart's
Conflict
eyes.
Is my dinner.
It is not violence he thrives off of. It is the emotions and power unleashed during wartime and carnage battles.
With the void, which I guess I should say now, anything that does not take up space, I fill. I have reach into dreams, I have reach into multiverse, and I have reach in extra dimensional spaces, along with madness. Knowing something you should not know. So these are all things under the void. There's some other stuff, but I can't talk about it.
Yeah, because there's a whole... Yeah, I was about to say, because spoilers for another part of that conversation.
Right.
Yeah. Spoilers for why Matthew is completely insane at this point. Or is going to be at this point.
Oh, Matthew, see, that's the thing. Matthew has the understanding of the dimensional reality and the dimensional holds, which means Matthew does know exactly what is wrong dimensionally with this plane. There's a whole part of the information, though, that Matthew doesn't have that no one on this plane even knows, except for Darkheart.
And shouldn't know, probably. In all honesty, I'm surprised Dark hasn't used that to try to possess Matthew at some point. I'm saying this, and I'm totally giving you my give ideas. God damn it.
Darkheart would never violate that. There are cosmic laws that would be violated by doing anything to fuck with the purview you are talking of.
All right.
Again, this is again, we built this campaign on the back of an older campaign, but it does not change. But the major things that have changed, that have stayed the same, as you all are aware, is the OG party's actual power set. And you guys have seen most of the OG party. The only one y'all have only heard of is Kragan. I ain't the leader of our party, but goddamn if I wasn't the clear weapon.
I could definitely believe you weren't the leader.
No, we switch party leader all the time.
I can believe you.
We did. You and I both know it.
No. It's true. You're just leaving out a certain caveat.
That it was mainly Wrath who led our party because the rest of us were murder hobos.
Yep. Yep. I was about to say, I know you're leaving Wrath out of this, but
no. My cousin was technically our de facto leader because the rest of us were murder hobos, whereas he was the paladin who tried to rein us in as best he could while we were in the middle of murdering entire cities. May my cousin rest in peace, for Wrath will forever walk the plane. But yeah, nah, it's all fun and games coming up. We got so much coming for everybody, especially with the new structure. We all have so much more time to plot and devise new ways to make our players anxious as shit.
Right, because like I said at the end of last session, Fox gets to, for a month, stew in what might be happening.
A beach episode. A beach episode of in which campaign?
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk or the main campaign? All of them. A beach episode in all of the campaigns.
I think I could make that happen.
I'm about to say, I think we might be able to do that. Actually, we could do a summertime thing with that.
Beach month.
I think we could do something gimmicky like that. That could be fun.
Yeah, no, we could totally do that in Pathfinder. There is a beach in the town. It's just you guys haven't visited it because there's actually like.
Do you really want Sid on that beach?
I mean,
Sid tidal hands cause all the water to turn into crystal pillars of ice. Yes.
Don't let him bully you.
Okay, so I guess
talking
about things coming up. So that would mean that if we're doing it the same, if we're keeping the schedule the same way, the 4th will be D&D. Everybody loves Kragan. The 11th will be Pathfinder, the Darklight Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
The 18th will be Cyberpunk, Better Off Red. And the 25th will be us here again for our roundtable discussions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that is
Wait.
the schedule.
Wait, hold on. Y'all have accounted that I'm not going to be here for a week, right?
What week is that?
Which week is that?
The 11th through the 18th.
Oh.
So apparently we will be rescheduling Pathfinder for this month as we are 2 players of 4 players down.
Oh boy. Yeah, we will be rescheduling that.
I told y'all about this, especially Aaron.
I know, I just forgot.
Ago.
I know, I just forgot. I think we all forgot until.
It's okay. I will. I will make it work in Cyberpunk. It's not a big deal. Yeah. And also, because I mean, I have to find out the exact days, but in March, Teach and I will be going to Hawaii, so that's probably going to affect my availability.
Aaron's not going to be going anywhere, but the schedule may be changing soon due to gainful employment. So keep that on the back burner. Y'all will know more as Aaron knows more. But tomorrow we'll be here. Actually, tomorrow I will not be here for the pit, as I actually have some shit to take care of tomorrow in the real world. We will definitely be back on Tuesday, as Mystic will be. Look, it's either going to be Cult or Pal World. I'm not sure which one it's going to be for certain. Pal World's definitely kind of taken over the world. 8 million copies sold in the first week. That's kind of a testament.
Yeah, I think that's more of how people just feel towards a game with a much more open concept, I'll say to what it's going for.
Oh, I love the survival.
And I haven't played it, so I have no opinion.
I love survival gaming. Hey, Gravity, would Jingles even be able to possess Valadar? That's all.
No, he would not be able to.
No, Valadar has actually. We have talked a bit about that. Valadar can't be possessed for certain reasons. That, and initially, let's put it that he should not be showing his truth to Valadar for specific reasons.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, no.
Valadar, go to sleep.
And I just want to make a box around his head to suffocate him.
No.
I love how it's at this point. Gravity's like, shit. He really can. No.
No. Because if you fuck up, you're gonna kill him.
I know.
And as much as I'd help make a new character and willingly let him do some horrifying things to Sid because of it.
I would pay. Sid would totally pay the cost to just have him resurrected.
He can do that, especially.
Yeah,
like, all characters can be resurrected. Like there's for getting the money. Valadar would be willing.
Have we met Sid, sir? Sid has been conning money out of everybody. You know what? We're gonna go back to town, Dark. We're gonna go back to town our next session. Jingles, you hear that, Jingles? We're going back to town.
Jingles, prepare. We are going to raid the merchants, yes. I mean, make profits at the merchants, yes.
Alright. You can do that. There's trading to be done.
Plus,
so,
I'm pretty
you guys are trying to sell.
I'm pretty sure Sid actually has enough money to afford a resurrection right now, if he wanted to.
Actually, I need to look up the ritual again.
No, I think you're off by a little bit.
Am I off by a little bit?
Well,
Sid's got a lot of money, dude.
He's not wrong. Again, that being because of thing.
Anyway.
Anyway, things for later. Things
Yeah.
for actual
So,
games.
does anybody have anything else they would like to say? Oh my God.
We're listening.
I feel like that comment is going to cause you to go off on another tangent.
Nope. Valadar, you need to kill
Anyway,
Jingles.
while that's happening.
Valadar, you need to kill Jingles.
Why would I do that?
Jingles is going to betray us. So, okay, here, I will read the comment. So, I'm going to possess Bellicora when she dies, bringing her back to full hit points in both our tool sets and turn on the party. Don't say I didn't warn y'all, smiley face. Valadar, kill Jingles.
I'm going to have to kill Jingles.
You're going to have to kill Jingles. He screamed ad, fucking ad.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
Yes. Anyway. I don't think I have anything else to bring up. Not at the moment.
I think the last thing I want to talk about is Void Toy Box.
Right. Yeah.
If y'all don't mind.
Right.
As the last thing we get up on. As DMs first, what do y'all think about the Void Toy Box?
I thought it was
an
fun.
Interesting idea. I found it a fun idea. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing more things in it. And well, we've already talked about the robot idea. Yeah, which can't wait whenever we do that. I'm down to doing more stuff inside it.
I have no opinion. I have no opinion, as I know the reality of the Void Toy Box and cannot, for spoiler and story's sake, reveal any information that I have, which will be coming out if I give my opinion on the Void Toy Box. But you do know I've always enjoyed mechanics like the Void Toy Box.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, honestly. So, as
he understands
as
the
I get on
concept of the mall.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. I have so many ideas that I would love to try, so I'm gonna ask y'all. I've told you about a couple that I have. I have some zombie stuff. I have the Gundam one, which I cannot wait to use. I have told y'all before, I have a Twisted Metal thing I'm coming up with, which I think everyone's going to enjoy. But what other things, what other things or situations or even things you want to do? Because it's not only a module setting, but it's also if you want to go test out something, you get dropped into the void on a basically a la Matrix.
What level character would the Gundam one start? Because I have thoughts. Ask Miguel.
You start as a level 1 human, and the Gundams, if I'm not mistaken, are level 5 at the start. It's either level 5 or level 10.
Okay.
It's somewhere between those. I mean, I could start it at 3, but again, it depends on what kind of campaign we want to do with Gundam. I can make it long, which it just means whenever y'all want to do work in there, because y'all don't all have to be there. Kind of like Chronicles of Darkness. I can actually do this one-on-one.
Yeah.
Because the realm you'll be working on is galactic. It's Gundam. It's mech. You can stay on Earth as much as you want, or you can leave it.
All right.
Twisted Metal. Y'all can be your characters, or y'all can be people in Twisted Metal. Doesn't really matter. Just for level's sake, your level won't matter when you're in a vehicle.
All right.
Right.
So many ideas.
For the zombie one, y'all are already in the zombie plague one. There's zombie mystery. There's zombie survival. Where basically the point is just to survive as long as possible. What are some other things I have?
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
Nothing. I found the ritual. It took me a freaking second because the books are all mixed up.
Yeah. I also have dungeon rooms and boss rooms where the entire point is you're about to face a boss. And the boss can be anybody.
I'd be down for a dungeon run or two. I'm always fine with that. All right.
Like one of the first ones I talked about is y'all might end up fighting Godzilla. I may roll the dice and hit Godzilla. I'm like, well, kaiju battle.
Oh, that brings me back to that reminds me for no particular reason because ASD. Over the next week, I will be working on attempting to compile a list of 100 random funny torture effects.
Oh.
These random torture effects will be attached to the party benefit bit system. So whenever you guys use that knowledge that gift to save yourselves, you'll also be rolling a percentile dice just to see what's going to happen to your character for the next 2-3 hours. Some of you might end up with orange hair covering your entire body like Cousin It. Some of you may end up having a Western accent from the 1920s. Like a really bad Clint Eastwood movie. Some of you might end up hearing, who knows, the ghost of enemies Darkheart has slain in days long past. Oh, they will stack. Yeah, if you end up trying to use multiple gifts over and over, they'll just stack. It's just a role play effect for you guys to add a little bit of flavor to the punishment.
I would like to say this. I want this to be optional. Or there are certain things I don't want stacking because game breaking effects.
We'll talk more about it later.
That is just my input. Continue on. I'm just telling you my input.
I'm not intending to add anything that adds any modifiers or anything. It is purely just role playing. Like dumb, funny shit.
Alright.
Like a Western Bruce Willis covered in a skimpy flower outfit. Yes, that is exactly the kind of shit I'm talking about. Or like you believe that you are the king of the entire realm and that everyone beneath you is purely just your servant. You don't actually gain any boost or benefits. You just mentally think for a few hours you're the fucking king of the realm. And will portray yourself as such. Now that one tacked with the this is why I'm gonna be spending the week working on this one. I'm having bad ideas already.
You do it yourself.
No.
And remember, I too will be adherent to these same fucking rules as a player. So I'm not going to be taking it easy on myself either here.
Can't wait for me to just get every time this happens to me, I just roll the percentile and I get the worst things. Just for my bad luck kicking in with percentile dice.
You grow mushrooms out of every pore on your body.
Sounds gross. By the way, Chugs, don't worry. The Void Toy Box is not only for combat-oriented things. If you don't think I have a clue module in there somewhere, you'd be mistaken.
I have 17. I love murder mysteries.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not against combat. I love combat, but I also love good storytelling.
Right.
Yeah. I just wanted to let you know, like, no, there are spy stuff in there. There's clue. There's, hey, figure this out, or everyone dies. Have fun, or try to work your way into X person's good graces over the course of like a week, kind of like an Ocean's 11.
Shit, I
Pull
got
off a heist.
Yeah, I got a couple of fucking escape rooms.
Yep. All things are possible in the Void Toy Box. This is our place to play D&D that is not main campaign or detrimental to whatever's going on.
Because it never happened to begin with.
If I knew Pathfinder, we could also do Pathfinder in Void Toy Box, but the only reason it doesn't happen is because I don't know how to run it.
That is completely fine.
Yeah. As soon as I get the grips on Pathfinder, I can do it, but again.
I'll probably end up shooting myself in the foot for this, but I am willing to run Palladium if people are interested in running Palladium. But
so many bucks.
I do expect some tit for tat somebody else also run Palladium so that I can play Palladium.
Of the two people here who know how to play Palladium, neither one of us want to be in Palladium.
I like being a player in Palladium more than I do being a DM in Palladium. My dice values are so much worse in fucking Palladium because it's all percentile. It's all fun and games.
Every time
it's all fun and games until you roll 8% on a fucking 92.
Don't get me wrong, there are things in Palladium that are very fun. I just feel like we can do them in the other games. I understand Palladium will do those concepts better, like the superhero in Palladium. Yeah, it does that way better than the other systems. But God, man, it's so many books and it's so complicated at times.
Heroes Unlimited is simple. It is one fucking book with 2 addendum expansions and technically access to 15 other source books in the greater Rifts universe without going through the portal and going to the rest of the... Okay, you might have a point. There's a lot of books. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm getting close to having to sign off myself. I'm going to have to get these dogs outside and get ready for bed.
Yeah, I do believe this is the
yeah,
end of
I
the
have
stream
to
for us.
All right.
So we will see me and Dark. We will be running the game on this coming Sunday. Are we going to be doing Cyberpunk, or are we going to be having a bye week with Pathfinder this week? This month?
Probably a bye week.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I know that other people have scheduled specifically for Cyberpunk.
Right. So in that case, we will be having a bye week this month, where Pathfinder should be, as we are currently down 2 of our 4 players. And then the following week we will be meeting up for for some more of Better Off Red and the shit show that the party has found themselves in Cyberpunk Red. And then all of us DMs will be meeting back here at the end of the month to talk more about the sessions, what all happened, and where we think things are going, answer questions you guys got, and, just give our advice and opinions on how mechanics work.
Yeah.
But that being said, I'm Aaron.
I'm Dark.
I'm Ravenchuck.
This is your brain on chugs.
And this has been Gold Hall Gaming's DM Podcast. Still can't believe that a new character literally said to Kane, "Listen here, Grandpappy."